What's up, everybody? It's your boy DJ Kdot the Party. I am your host with the most. I'm also nasty on those ones and twos because you already know I make it do what it do. Welcome to the Kdot experience. I'm glad everybody is in here. We got some stuff we got to talk about. Give me 1 sec. Let me make sure we get everybody in here before we talk. Let me welcome some people in here. Kelly C, welcome. Yum, welcome. Is it this video? I have a video. Yum, how you doing? Always good vibes. Undoctrinated. Welcome, sir. Caucasian Sasquatch, what's up, my brother? What's going on? Yeah, we got some things we got to talk about. Hopefully this thing will work as far as my headphones and everything, so we won't get an echo or anything like that. If not, then I'll just put myself on mute. Not a problem, and then we'll just keep going. Who else we got in here? Anonymous, what's up? Geez, I hope I'm not in some kind of trouble. Not you necessarily, but a certain sheriff is. Let's get into it. We got some things we got to talk about. There's some things we got to talk about. We got to talk about a sheriff out of North Carolina, Columbus, North Carolina, County Sheriff Jody Greene. He's in some deep doo-doo, I would have to say. Yeah, it's not, I guess one of his constituents, now his competitors, who's also running for Columbus, Ohio County Sheriff, is outed him, and so he should. One hell of a political move, though, I will say that. But I think political and hopefully moral. So let's get into it. On one end of the phone was Columbus County Sheriff Jody Greene. On the other was the Captain Jason Souls. Jason Souls is the guy who's actually going to be running against him, who had just been taped to lead the sheriff's office while elections officials investigated a complaint questioning whether Greene was eligible to serve as sheriff. Greene wanted to know who in the department had communicated with Lewis Hatcher, the former sheriff from Greene, who narrowly defeated Greene in the election, and Melvin Campbell, a recently fired sergeant, both of whom are African American in Greene's words. They had a snitch in the office, leaking information to his political opponent, who had sued to be reinstated until the election protests were resolved. His words here, quote, "I'm sick of it. I'm sick of these black bastards," said Greene said to Souls. "I'm going to clean house and be done with it, and we'll start from there." End quote. The call between Greene and Souls took place about 2 months into what was a tumultuous start to Greene's career as sheriff. Greene beat Hatcher in the 2018 election by just 34 votes at a time when election fraud in the rural part of North Carolina was making national headlines. The results were protested, in part of concerns Greene did not actually live in Columbus. County as required by state law. He'd also been improperly sworn in before the state certified the election results. So this dude is a piece of shit already, you know, and whoever and whoever solidified his campaign and the people who were part of it. You can't do that. Soul's promotion to acting sheriff was the result of court moderate agreement between Greene and Hatcher while elections officials worked to determine who was the right sheriff. Greene wanted his chief deputy, Aaron Herring, to serve as interim sheriff, but Herring was not an acceptable alternative to Hatcher and his supporters, and part of Herring's reputation in Columbus County's African American community. So, so we're gonna get into the video, and it'll more elaborate what's going on. And in this video, you will actually, it's an actual recording that you guys will be seeing. And today we will be, y'all favorite part of the show, we will be making a phone call. But I want you to we're going to get to the story first, and then we will go from there. Because this is utterly ridiculous. And we got to make sure we're holding these racist pieces of shit accountable.
Fire him to start with. He's like, if I had to fire him, the motherfucker out, and guess what? They ain't happening no more. No God.
That's the voice of Columbus County Sheriff Jody Greene. He won his seat by 34 votes in an election that was so highly contested, he'd been temporarily removed from office while officials settled the election disputes. That was the setting the night Greene called acting Sheriff Jason Souls, saying their office had a snitch.
Immediately after being appointed to the interim sheriff, started to get a lot of phone calls from Jody late at night. And this one particular phone call that we received, he made the comment that he hated Democrats. And then he said, I take.
Before we finish, can we make sure we get the likes up, people? Just so that we can have other people get in here and be educated on this particular part, because I want this to be shared like crazy. Okay, we do not need sick ass people in office, especially political office, with these particular type of powers being in charge. So please hit the like button, and if you're new here, welcome, subscribe, and appreciate it, and then just share it. Appreciate it.
Take that back. I hate a black Democrat. And I knew right then, I was like, wow, this is coming from the sheriff. And I had to start recording those conversations.
Former Sheriff Lewis Hatcher was the first African-American ever to serve as sheriff in Columbus County. Greene says on the call he's specifically concerned that people in his office are leaking information to Hatcher and Melvin Campbell, another African-American officer Greene fired shortly after taking office.
It's stopping. Tomorrow's going to be a new day. I'm still the mother sheriff, and when I was up there for my God, black bastards. I'm scared. That's stupid.
It gets worse. After the sheriff explains that he's getting phone records from Verizon to trace anyone in his office who's called Campbell or Hatcher, he lets Souls know the plan.
We'll get the snakes head off. And Melvin Campbell's the biggest snake as Lewis Hatcher ever dared to be. Every black that I know, you need to find him to start with. He's a snake.
Former Sergeant Melvin Campbell said he was so surprised when he heard this recording of the sheriff talking like this about him, he had to listen to it twice. Before taking the job at the sheriff's office, Campbell, who received the Order of the Longleaf Pine from the governor, spent 30 years as a highway patrol officer under Jody Greene's supervision.
And I worked with him, and it kind of shocked me. You know what I mean? That came out of his mouth. I thought we was friends. But with friends like that, who needs enemies?
In the months that followed, the only 2 Black members of Sheriff Greene's command staff were demoted or fired. Soul says ever since making that recording, he's been working to bring it to the attention of county commissioners, court officials, the attorney general, and the SBI over concerns that the county's most powerful law enforcement leader had a bias against Black people.
And I was told to just keep documenting everything that happens so that we would have a paper trail of it, and we did.
But Souls said no matter who he and his supporters turned to, nothing happened. Souls is now running against Greene for sheriff and doesn't want people to think his actions are politically motivated. But he says people need to know the real.
Okay. What are you guys' thoughts on this? Sounds pretty crazy to me. Sounds pretty crazy to me, if you ask me. Let me let's fix this real quick. All right. I think it was disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. So let's get to some of the comments here. Lock that bitch up. Woo! I know that's right. That's right. You know what? Just for that. Young, you get all day. You get this all day. Absolutely. Lock that bitch up. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you, Young. What else we got over here? Columbus is about an hour and a half from me. I haven't heard about this. Wow. Oh yeah, you need to go up there, sir. You need to go up there. So this is in North Carolina, Columbus, North Carolina. Let's see. Well, it looks like the feds need to get involved. His prior arrest and police practices need to be reevaluated too. Yeah, I heard he done did some other stuff too. Well, I'll probably have to dig more stuff on him a little bit later. It really deserves people on the street. That's some bullshit. It's crazy. He should be charged. Sorry, my bad. Let me go up a little bit. He should be charged, fired, and put in prison. I agree, 100%. Get an air horn for that one. I agree, 110%. He should be charged, and not only that, but that it's stated for that. Yeah. Reason being, he was also illegally put in office too. Let's see. I agree. Definitely abuse of power. This is out of control. This is out of hand. And guess what? They currently have 1.9 scoring on Google as far as the reviews. I mean, it's really, really horrible. I'm not really shocked or surprised. Also, this story is brought to you by KSLA News out of Shreveport, Louisiana. And another source I have to put on there is a the guy's video. Hold on, let me go back a little bit because I want to give a proper shout out to him. This guy here. Hold on. Let me share that. Hold on. I want to let y'all see what I'm seeing. Proper shout out to this guy here, Yakinisti TV. Y'all go subscribe to him. Shout out to him or her. I don't know. I can't really see the picture that well. Shout out to them. That's where I got the source from, but originally I got it from Willie D. He's also a former member of the Ghetto Boys, and he also has a podcast called the Ghetto Boys podcast, and he also has Willie D. He has his own live podcast. So, and sometimes he'll show news clips. Is he in Louisiana or North Carolina? North Carolina, but I guess Louisiana also reported on it. So I guess it's getting some traction. So good question, Sweet Pea. Yep, clean the closet out. Clean the damn closet out. That's right. Clean that motherfucker out. It's got to go. He got to go. He got to go. We can't tolerate this shit. So, all right, we're going to. So, they are the actual address to these racist tyrants. We're gonna get that ready for you. Hold on. There you go. Columbus County Sheriff's Department. They are located at 805 Washington Street, Whiteville, North Carolina, 28472. That's again, somebody put that in the comment section. That'd be great. Again, that is 805 Washington Street, Whiteville, North Carolina. Zip code 28472. And we're gonna get to their number real quick too. Their number is 910. Hold on. Go back. There is 910-642-6551. That's again 910-642-6551. So I encourage you guys to maybe give them a ring. Thank you, Sweet Peas. Thank you. You are always on it, ma'am. Thank you very much. Imperial Miracle, what's up, my guy? And I'm gonna also share a link if anybody wants to come up. They're more than welcome to come up and talk about this situation. But we're gonna make a fucking phone call because we don't tolerate this shit at all. At fucking all. Sweet isn't it ironic? It's Whitesville. I hope y'all caught me laughing a little bit. I was cracking up. I'm like, Whiteville. Damn. God. Woo. Shit, man. That's a racist ass town, boy. Whiteville. Okay. Soy, how you doing, man? How are you? Blessings to you. So we're gonna make I will wait after your call. Yeah, no problem. All right, so we're gonna call. We're gonna call these bastards. We're gonna call these son bitches, and we're gonna see what they got to say. Can you guys hear the phone?
Thank you for calling the Columbus County Sheriff's Office.
Give me a
If this
one
is
if
an
you
emergency,
can hear it.
please hang up and dial 911. Please choose an option from the directory. Press 1 for records and permits. Press 2 for the patrol division. Press 3 for criminal investigations. Press 4 for the narcotics division. Press 5 for the civil division. Press 6 for the detention or the jail. Press 7 for administration. Press 8 for the dial by name directory. Or press 9 for the operator.
Let's get to the operator.
Press 1 for Sabrina Moody. Or press 2 for Ann Locklear.
Doesn't matter. One of you motherfuckers. All right, cool. I'm glad you guys can hear.
There is no one available to take your call at the moment, so please leave a message after the tone. When finished recording, press pound.
Yeah, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna get a hold of some fucking body.
Thank you for calling the Columbus County Sheriff's Office. If this is an emergency, please hang up and dial 911. Please choose an option from the directory. Press 1 for records and permits. Press 2 for the patrol division. Press 3 for criminal investigations. Press 4. Press 1 for the captain. Press 2 for the lieutenant. 3 to file a report over the telephone.
Will do, young. Will do. Sorry about that. Did they just hang up the phone? What kind of shit? Oh no. We're not giving up that goddamn easy. Let's see. Let's try to. So, has anybody else been able to get through by any chance? Because we need to get through. We got to get through. Let's see. We're going to keep calling. Non-emergency line for North Carolina County. I'm sorry, hold on. My bad. Non-emergency line for Columbus County Sheriffs.
According to City of Columbus, what number do I call? For non-emergency calls for service dial 645-4545.
Okay. But is that... Okay. You're going to keep trying, y'all.
Thank you for calling the Columbus County Sheriff's Office. If this is an emergency, please hang up and dial 911.
Crazy part is black
please choose an option from
or
the directory.
African American make up 52% of the demographic, 40% white.
Press 2 for the patrol division. Press 3 for criminal investigations. Press 4 for... Press 1 for the captain. Press 2 for the lieutenant. 3 to file a report over the telephone.
See if they pick up. I chose the captain. Wow, that is sequential facts right there.
There is no one available to take your call at the moment, so please leave a message after the tone. When finished recording, press pound.
Leave no damn message. I want to leave I mean, if we can't get a hold of them, then guess what? The damn.
Thank you for calling the Columbus County Sheriff's Office.
We got to be able to get a hold
if
of some
this is
damn
an
body.
emergency, please hang up and dial 911. Please choose an option from the directory. Press 1 for records and permits. Press 2 for
Try
the patrol
civil
division. Press 3 for criminal investigations.
Okay.
Press 4 for the narcotics division. Press 5 for the civil division.
All right, we'll press
6
5.
Press 1 for the lieutenant. Press 2 for the sergeant. Or press 3 for the child support.
Well, this is negligence, isn't it? Completely irresponsible. I'm talking about completely irresponsible. That's probably true. They are probably busy eating donuts. And I believe this same county also had a report of abuse in the or the mistreatment in their jails as well, if I'm not mistaken. What the fuck? These guys are really not answering the fucking phone. What in the fuck? We're gonna keep trying, but we have the wonderful and awesome and beautiful Sweet Pea. Welcome to the show, ma'am. How are you?
Hey, sorry, I had to adjust my settings. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear. Yes, ma'am. And how are you doing this morning?
I'm doing really good. Now,
Okay.
I because I live in Charlotte, I just completely slipped mine, but we're
Okay.
right Whitesville is near the coast. We're under tornado. I mean, not tornado, but hurricane warnings. So they might actually be out of office.
Okay, so that particular storm's also headed there as well.
Correct. Hurricane Ian. Yeah. So they're out of office or they're preparing. They could be preparing for the storm to come. So that might be why they're not in the office. Okay.
So we probably wouldn't even be able to get a hold of the governor, because that's what I was going to try next, huh?
Yeah. He could be in the office, but they might be under evacuation. I mean,
I understand.
They're not that close, but they're pretty close to the storm, so they might be legit out of office.
Okay. That makes sense. Well, first of all, we're praying for you guys to make sure that you guys are safe. And what are you guys doing to prepare for this particular storm?
Eggs, bread, milk, and water. That's what the Southerners do.
Okay. That's
no.
I ain't mad at y'all, not one bit. And so this is your first time here. So where it brought it to my attention, Willie D was talking about it first, and then I looked at the video, and then I'm like, okay, let me go ahead and I need to get on this ASAP. And I think if I'm not mistaken, I think this particular county sheriffs had issues with their prisons too, as far as the abuse of their inmates there as well. If I'm not mistaken. So
yeah, I haven't heard anything about it. Because I mean, it doesn't seem like it's something that's broadcast. And I mean, with us being here in Charlotte, I'm surprised it wasn't broadcast because it is a coastal city, so to speak. It's not too far from the coast, but it should be nationwide. But I haven't heard anything.
Okay. So what's your views on this? That now that this story has been brought to your attention, Sweet Pea?
Well, basically, it's just what I said, that every case that he's ever been on or was a part of, where he arrested a suspect, charged a suspect, all of that needs to be reevaluated because he's definitely, he has biases, and that's dangerous. And it surprised me because their group, you know, he's tired of the blacks, but they make up the majority of that town. So I was completely shocked that not only did they just recently, you know, within recent years have their first black sheriff, that the current sheriff feels this way about the majority of the people in his town. And that's dangerous.
And then I heard there was fraud in that particular election when the black sheriff reelected. Was going for re-election.
I would have to dig further into that because I don't know much about that. But yeah, it's definitely, it's all suspect.
Right. Okay. And I want everybody to know Sweet Pea's investigation skills is impeccable. Okay. I want hand down. I salute you, man, all day and every day. Because you be always keeping us on point and keeping us informed on particular stuff. So that's why I love you, girl. But no, this is dangerous. This is incredibly dangerous, and especially for the and you said it's a majority of the population are people of color. In that, Wow. Just that's sick. That's absolutely sick.
It is. So, you know, and I just, like I said, I think everybody needs to go back and look at his cases now to see if there were any biases included, because he obviously feels a certain type of way about a demographic of people. So it could overturn a lot of his arrests.
Okay, and I hope so, and because but I heard it was reported, but nothing was, I guess, done about it or something, and so he might have some higher ups that he might be intertwining with. As far as the boys club.
Exactly. But that all goes hand in hand, right? If you have one corrupt and they know he's corrupt and they are corrupt as well by signing off on any of his cases, then, you know, you're going to create people don't understand that racism and biases, especially that are indoctrinated into our police departments, can create a myriad of problems which could overturn, you know, any kind of arrest or any sentences that were sent down, you know, to individuals, whether or not they're guilty or not. So when you have a system like that and it's evident and there's proof of it, like, you know, again, I have to research. I can't just, you know, but it's going to create other problems. You could be letting an actual guilty criminal go because something was done illegally to get the arrest.
Right.
And so the last thing you want is somebody to come in to your department, whether it's the feds or the Justice Department, you know, federally, they're going to come in and start looking. Then now you're opening yourself up to trouble. Right.
And people need to be on this. They currently have a 1.9 rating. So God, I seen DMA do this a few. I think it was last week or something like that, and we need to go ahead and drop that number. I'm all in for making it lower than that and put the complaints in. So as we are now reporting this right now, I need y'all to go to Google and type in Columbus County Sheriff's Office and let them know how you truly feel with that 1-star rating. And honestly, I thought it'd be nice if Google had another category, just 0 stars. You just, you don't get any fucking stars. And
right.
And this is atrocious. This is disgusting. How low can we? I know that's right. Empirical Miracle. Also DMA is in the building. Yeah, I'm borrowing that from you because I think that's important. I think that's imperative that our voices are heard. If they don't want to answer the phones, oh, okay, that's fine. We'll go ahead and do it the digital way, and let it be known that we ain't playing around with y'all. And that's the thing. And so you said read the comments. All right. Well, why don't we read some of the comments? This was from 5. Is there any ones that we can do recently? Oh, newest. Okay. 6 minutes ago. Did the sheriff say?
Oh, sorry. Really quick. Fab Daddy said that psych test needs to be taken. You saw that there were 47 California deputies that were stripped of their guns because they all failed their psych eval.
Whoa! And where is this at?
Happened. This was in California.
Are we talking about LA? County
Oakland.
Sheriffs?
Yeah, Oakland.
Oh shit. Yep. Yeah, LA. Yeah, LA Sheriff's Department, which is Compton is under them. Wow. And how many people was it?
47.
47. My God. Wow. Well, I mean,
so there you go, Fat Daddy.
Well, I'm just thank you, Fat Daddy, for that. Appreciate it. You for reporting that much needed news. My God, what the hell? So wait, we doing psych evals after? Like, did something major happen? I wonder. Like because you would think that would be usually that's before you get the job, the psych eval.
Should be. Well, the thing is I'm glad it's after the fact because usually when that badge gets pinned on, it just goes straight to their head. So they might go in with the intention of I'm going to help my community, I'm going to do this and this and this, and I'm going to turn in bad cops, and I'm going to be the best cop ever. And then that badge gets pinned on, and then they get a little jaded. Somebody talks back, and then their psych eval goes. So I think it should be a regular occurrence. It didn't have to be after the fact, but yeah, they might pass with flying colors before the badge gets pinned on, but afterwards is when you really need to worry.
You know what? I agree with you 100% because honestly, I think they need to do a psych eval every quarter. Because they quote unquote go through so much, and I would be interested in knowing what that particular case study would look like. And I think that would expose even more mental health issues dealing with police officers, because honestly, to tell you the truth, and they have the highest drug rate, the highest alcohol rate in any working industry, period. So if that's, but they get the for some reason they get the highest budget funded to them, so which is crazy to me. Fat Daddy said after one of the deputies killed 2 people. Oh shit! So 2 people had to fucking die for for 47 officers to be psyche like, were they all involved? Like, what the fuck? Like, what in the hell is going on? Empirical Miracle states it's because they're desperate for cops. Yeah. McDonald says the psych evaluation are pure, simple questions. Break that down. What do you mean by that? Like, what is simple in your? Because I'm, hey, educate me because I don't know exactly what they. Well, not necessarily because I am private law enforcement. In Adams County Community Corrections, so they did ask us psych evaluation as well, and actually they were pretty simple. You're right. Are you going to hurt anybody? Do you feel like hurting yourself? Have you ever thought about committing suicide? Have you ever attempted committing suicide?
Yeah, I have a sample questionnaire here.
Do you?
I do.
Do you have it in front of you?
Working. I was supposed to be doing my actual 9 to 5, but
that's okay. And see and that's why we love you over here.
But we'll call it my lunchtime. It's 11, so 11:52. So I'll just say I'm on lunch. But
there you go. What the hell?
I think some of the questions are: what do you like to do in your spare time? Why do you want to be a police officer? And then they'll have structural questions like, I am a warrior. I make friends easily. I have a vivid imagination. I trust others. I always do good. And I guess you have to check boxes that you agree with, or, like strongly agree, disagree, don't agree at all. And so I think those are some of the questions. And then I guess it says here that there are 5 traits: stability, openness, agreeableness, conscientiousness, and extroversion. So that's what they base it on.
Those are real. Wow. Yeah, those are similar to this the same question. And what? And you know what stood out to me was the imagination question. Why the?
Well, yeah, because you have to be able to imagine a scenario so that you can write it in your police report, right? You've got to have a great imagination to be able to lie so vividly on your police report.
That's what stood out to me, and it was just like, well, what does that have to do with critical thinking? As far as logically, in certain scenarios. But yeah, I mean, you have to have a great imagination to lie. So
absolutely.
Usually those habitual liars have immense imagination. They literally believe their own lies, literally. Which makes them narcissists and incredibly an endangerment to the community and themselves, possibly. So
yes, and each other, because when you put targets on other people's backs when you misbehave in a certain way, right? So he's putting himself, his family, and his coworkers in danger, essentially. Right,
and because they can imagine, oh, shit didn't happen. It never happened. What do you mean? I didn't do that. Why would I do that?
I could give you an example. Like, just recently, you saw the kid that I guess didn't want to play kickball in gym class, so the cop goes to arrest him and yanks him all over the place by his hair. Mm-hmm. And then prior to that, the cop puts his hand on his shoulder and the kid says, "Take your hand off me." Right. That's all he says, is take your hand off me. And then the cop, of course, wants to escalate it by saying, "What the fuck are you going to do?" And the kid didn't say that. So then as he's telling the story on body cam throughout every encounter he has where he has to explain his actions, this cop, it escalated every time. So he used his imagination, and it was, he squared up to me and told me to get his fucking hands off of him. Or he got in my face and he was like, get your fucking hands off me. And he took that and he told his father that. He told another police officer that. He told the principal that. It just kept escalating but on the kid's part. The kid just said, take your hands off of me. There's no need for you to put your hands on me.
Right.
But he used his imagination to exacerbate what really happened. Right?
I agree.
So
right. Wow. Yeah. He definitely stressed the truth on that one. Or just blatantly lied. Yeah, I did see that video, and I need to share that video too, because that needs to be brought up as well, because the whole thing was just ridiculous. If it's if the boy didn't want to play okay, and he played basketball. I guess he was supposed to play soccer, and then he ended up playing basketball.
Yeah, but he did what he's not a child. I think he's 18. So I hate when I hear people
18.
say he's just a kid. However, he's your typical teenager. When he doesn't want to participate, because I know I did it. I'm not so far removed. I'm 46.
Right.
Just go ahead and say it. I'm 46, and I'm not so far removed from being a teenager, because I actually have two in my home that will lie and say that they don't want to do something. I don't feel well. And then when it's something that they actually want to do, they suddenly feel better. This is not an unusual behavior.
It's not.
Does it mean that I need to arrest them?
No. This is, and see, these are certain things that can end up bonding student and teacher on these particular situations. What's going on? Like what's, hey, we had a curriculum that we were supposed to do. We had a study plan, and it was soccer or whatever. It was already written up and all those. What is going on? Well, how come you didn't want to participate in? Let me know the truth, And then that's a conversation where that can possibly could have flourished an even better relationship between teacher and student, because is there something going on at home? Like, what's wrong? Like, why were you?
I'm gonna be honest, it didn't seem like it, but what it was is it was a teacher who I think got in his face to begin with, because the way the kid describes it, or he's not a kid. I said he's not a kid. The way that he described it was, you got in my face and you were angry, yelling at me. I thought you were sick.
Right.
And he says there was no need for you to come at me that way. So it's all in how, it's a respect thing. How are you going to treat a kid or a student? How you talk to a student. And, if you feel like they are less than you and lower than you, and you talk to them a certain kind of way, then you kind of get the response that you're asking for.
Right. And where was that out of?
Colorado, I believe.
Was it Colorado? Wow, man, we just been under the fucking radar. Just of late. I mean, we're just leaving motherfuckers on the train tracks. I mean,
I might be wrong. Let me check.
She's about to be rich as shit.
I take that back. I think it was in Tennessee. It was in Tennessee.
Oh, Tennessee. Okay.
I'm thinking about the train tracks because I was just reading about that in Colorado, about the train tracks again. So, yeah.
I'm trying to find that video now. And let me see. Let's see. I think, yeah, you're right. Tennessee.
Okay, yeah.
Yep, Tennessee. It is Tennessee.
It's so hard to keep up.
Wow. Just egregious. You know what? Let's go ahead and play it. Let's go ahead and play some of it.
So why do you need an LLC?
Oh, God.
It gives your business its own legal identity, saves you stress, time, and money, and allows your business to look more professional, creating a trust between customers and you as the business owner. Go to taylorbrands.com, answer a few simple questions, and let Taylor Brands
Shut up. I don't care. All right, guys, this is the beginning of the body cam here. Body cam footage. Now, I'm not sure who this guy is. He might be administration. Maybe the principal, I'm assuming. But this guy is the coach here.
Piss me off. What happened? We're playing kickball game. He wouldn't play. So as soon as the basketball's coming out, he comes out here and wants to play basketball. So I come up to him. I'm like, "Sorry." He said, "You were sick." He said, "Don't approach me like that." I said, "I'm a teacher. I can approach you how I want to." I didn't do this respectfully. I just asked him a question. And then I try to go over here. He goes over here, and I try to walk him outside to get him one-on-one. And he's at the basketball, and it comes to me, and I grab the basketball, and then he sort of bucks on me and comes at me into my face. And he won't talk to me. And he says, "You're a racist motherfucker, and I'll kick your fucking ass." Quote. You can ask Katie. I ain't cover that shit.
Was that now, Sweet Pea? Was that the part you were talking about?
No.
Or
no.
it was the officer who kind of said
the officer was the one who escalated, but that's not because the officer put his hand on the kid, and that's when he says, "Take your hand off me." But this, it's. Again, it could be the same scenario though, but we just don't have proof of him saying, "Take your effing hands off of me."
Right. Okay. I was just clarifying. Thank you for the clarification, ma'am.
Sure.
But I want to have a conversation in front of you with him. Because he got to know he was wrong.
I just got switched to this class because the administrators, my counselor, whoever can't hire a teacher.
Now, I want y'all to notice something right here. He's completely calm with this other gentleman that he's trying to get the story from. I don't know, maybe because he relates to him. That's just, he knows how to talk to the students. He's built a morale with the students. And this is what this is the results that you get when you build with somebody, when you build with your community. That's why it's so incredibly important to have community relations and community policing, not militarized over policing.
So for my institute, I've been taking all 4 years. Mr. Blake, I've been taking 4 years. Ain't my fault if they can't hire another teacher, keep a teacher in that class. Okay. So with that being said, my institute, my guidance counselor put me in here. Okay. Not knowing that I told him I wasn't feeling good. Came to him about that. That was already done on about. Yes, done on about. We left it alone. Okay, cool. We cool. I'm up there in the bleachers sitting down. Finally, when I come down from off the bleachers, you want to come at me aggressive. What happened to you? You supposed to be in the bleachers. Like, that's not how you talk to me. You could be a good citizen, but be aware. When you talking to me, it's respect.
So what happened after that?
After that, it wasn't nothing else to discuss. I walked up and continued on what I was doing. I'm not finna talk to a good old citizen. You could have your little, you feel me? That's not gonna resolve nothing. If I'm not doing that, if I'm minding my own business, don't come to me no type of way. And how you bumped up against me like that?
And now, this young man is very articulate, by the way. I would have to say. I believe what he's saying.
You bumped up against me like that?
As a teacher, you didn't play our organized game.
Now, see how it just got escalated? What happened? Okay, if I was the officer in the situation, I would have removed the coach because obviously every time he got closer and closer, did you notice the temperament in his voice change, Sweet Pea?
I did.
And it got more escalated and more escalated and more escalated. No, I need everything to calm down so we can try to figure out what happened. That's what a proper investigator does. He separates people to make sure that you can clearly do an investigation on what's going on, even though this is not a criminal matter. this is really an administration matter. Honestly, I don't need to be here. I honestly, to tell you the truth, after the coach would have told me, well, okay, the coach stated that he made a threat, then yes, I have to act on that. But if he was just saying that he doesn't want to play basketball or anything like that's not on. I'm not going. It's not a criminal matter. So I'm going to eject myself from the situation, and you need to get a hold of the principal, or maybe even
I'm gonna tell
security.
you there's actually an easier way to handle all of this. You don't have to say anything to him. He just gets a 0 for the day, period.
There we go.
You didn't want to participate. You didn't want to participate when we were doing it, when you were supposed to. And now you have free time and you want to play basketball. I don't care. It's right. No sweat or skin off my back, but you still got a 0 for the day. And you can explain this to your parents.
There we go. We're going to get that. Yeah, so no, you're right. And that could have dissolved the whole entire thing. And okay, so you want to act grown. You 18, so clearly by the law definition that you are an adult. So now you have to face adult consequences. So if that puts a dent in your grade, then so be it. That's on you. You don't want to participate with the lesson plan for the day, then that's the consequence you gotta think. But all this other shit is just unnecessary, totally unnecessary. Let's continue the video.
So I went feeling good. That was the end of what you said, what you discussed. I'm out of my own business. I walked out.
Can I have a word, man? Okay, I organized game. You didn't play. I asked you why you didn't play. You told me you didn't feel well. I didn't buck on your name. I said, okay, that's fine. Next thing you know, the basketballs come out, and now you're on the floor. So I came up to you, and I was like, I thought you were sick when we were playing kickball. Now you're not sick anymore. And that's when you went from here to like that. And you shut it down, and I couldn't talk to you. And that's where we are. I asked you a question. I said, I thought you were sick when we were playing kickball. And then you went, and you changed twofold. Like I was coming at you. And then you said, don't come at me like that. I was like, I'm asking you a question. I'm not coming at you. If I came at you, you know it, but I'm not going to do that. I'm 50 years old. I'm too old for that stuff.
He just admitted that he came at him and snatched the ball. So,
all right, you got a little bit of experience.
I think you're muted.
Yeah, I'm muted myself. Say that again, Sweet Pea.
He said, what now? I didn't come at you, but the very first thing he said was, I approached him and I snatched the ball. That's what he said to the cop when he walked into the gym. He said he snatched the ball.
Yeah, he did say so.
Yep.
And he pushed him, right?
Well, yeah, he said that he bucked up to him after he snatched the ball. So again, there's action and causation, right? So
right.
You know, there's the reaction or what the action that he did, and then there was the reaction.
Right.
So
right.
I believe, you know, there's always the truth in between the lies. So I do believe what he said is true, that I went up to him and I snatched the ball from him. And that was the first response. And then he says, oh, I didn't come at you, but you just said you did. Every action that you took was you coming at him. So it's lies. I believe this kid, this 18-year-old man. Sorry.
No, I think you hit those viewpoints right on point because this could something could have been avoided. The coach definitely didn't use his emotional intelligence for sure. So
correct. Correct.
So you think I'm coming at you totally wrong, 100%. But as a teacher and as a person of respect, that I do respect these kids.
And also, I'm also training body language too. If you notice that he's pointing the radio at him that's some form of berating, and someone when you do that, and he's pointing, and that's a sign that he escalated this whole situation, and he's still escalating this situation.
Right. It's the I'm above you.
And you said what now?
I'm above you.
Right.
It's all the mannerisms that state that I'm above you. You're beneath me.
Right. Exactly. And this is what I was also taught as well, that if you're talking to a child, let's say a 5 or 6 or 7-year-old or something like that, you always, if you don't ever want to stand above them, you always want to get down to their level and speak with them, because then it makes them feel more safe to communicate with you. But if you're standing over them, they're going to be terrified. They're going to shut down, or they might even become combative. So,
you call me racist? I'm the least racist person in the school. You guys see anybody around here? Black, white, or indifferent. Kids, young kids, adults. I guarantee you, I treat this man with the same respect they treat me. Don't call me racist. As a teacher, you're my student. I asked you a question, and you could not answer it. You got really upset. That's where we're at.
That's exactly what I did from the moment I came in this class. You had some on when I asked you to open up the door. What's your question regarding to why this, why that? And I gave you a simple question in return, but you wanted to go further with the
the only question I asked you was why could you not play our game? I'm not gonna talk about it.
I let you talk. I let you say what you had to say. What you said over there, supposedly that's not what you said. You came to me aggressively, and I said I'm talking in the calm voice.
And he's still calm. The student is still calm. Wouldn't you agree?
Exactly. Yes.
He said, I'm trying to talk to you in the calm voice, and you're coming at me aggressively.
Right. And what made him angry, and you can tell because he keeps saying it, you shut down. There was no more talking to you because you wouldn't talk to me. It was because he wasn't getting anything back. He was trying to obviously escalate it to get a response from this kid, and the kid didn't do it. So he got pissed off and went and got an officer.
Exactly. And you're so right on that.
You still had your voice raised. I'm telling you, trying to explain to you why I came down from the bleachers. But you still had your voice up. See, this is why my voice gonna stay this tone, because I'm gonna show you how you was doing me right there. I'm gonna keep my tone like this.
I asked you a question. I'm like, why are you not sitting down?
It don't matter. I gave you your answer.
I'm not arguing.
And you still kept coming at me aggressive, and I let it go, and I walked off, minding my own business as I was going. From when I walked up there on the bleachers and sat down. The reason why you asked me why was I on the bleachers to begin with, right? Minding my own business once again. So why are you coming at me aggressive?
Okay,
that's my question.
I'm a PE teacher.
Why?
Why? Okay, you asked me a question. I'm going to answer. I'm a PE teacher. Our two classes are playing a kickball game against each other. Coach Murley versus Coach Mauser. I look up and you're in the bleachers.
That don't got nothing to do with me feeling sick.
I didn't know you were sick at that time. That's why I asked you the question. I'm like, why?
Dude's not listening. Definitely not listening.
Oh no!
Welcome to the show, Tennessee Accountability. Welcome to the show, Tennessee Accountability. What's going on with you, sir?
Hey, Tennessee.
Not a lot. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Absolutely.
Okay. I was just putting my number in the chat there. I was just going to let you all know that this happened about 20 minutes south of me. And I had commented on their Facebook page, and they responded back telling me to shut up and quit messaging on their Facebook page because they're looking into it. And they've been in
the administration told you that?
The East Ridge Police
staff?
Department.
Oh, wow.
I'm not really certain. I'm not certain, to be honest. And they have been in the hot seat. If you go to YouTube and type in East Ridge, you'll notice that there is just surmountable amount of videos from there. they've been involved in about 3 or 4 lawsuits in the last 3 months.
Woo!
That I know of.
Right.
So I just wanted to at least pop in and send you my number. That way you could reach me, because, there may be, maybe I could do some reporting on it,
Yeah, yes, we're gonna put you on the job because we need to know exactly what's going on. Because I also heard this particular officer is in a current lawsuit, actually being inappropriate with the child, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes. I just want to say he was involved in the huge investigation with Daniel Wilkie, in which was charged with 44 felonies.
Whoa.
He baptized. He actually took one lady and told her that he would drop the charges on her if he would allow him to undress her and baptize her in the river. This officer McCrae was involved with that. He was also involved with that same Daniel Wilkie, which did a cavity search on a man on the side of the road, and he had to have emergency surgery because of it.
What?
Yes.
Whoa. What? And it was a young man, right?
Tennessee versus Daniel Wilkie, you will find all that information.
I got it. Yeah. Can you put that in the private chat for me if you can?
I will try. Hey guys, I'm going to have to run. My dad had knee replacement surgery yesterday, so I've got to get back in and help him. But I'm going to keep the chat open. And
okay. Well, you have my email, right?
I'm sorry.
You have my email, right, Tennessee?
I'm not sure, but if it can be posted in the chat, I'll get it, and I'll pull up that link and I'll post it in the chat.
Perfect, man. And prayers for your father, and I hope he gets better, man. And,
I'm having a hard time hearing you right now, so I'm going to go back to the chat.
Okay. Well, thank you for being on the show, brother.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Okay. I was saying prayers. We're gonna extend prayer to Tennessee and his father is going through some health issues. So if we could put some prayer emojis in there for Tennessee, we got your back and we support you heavily. If you guys also and Sweet Pea, I think you also have my my email, correct? k.copwatch@gmail.com. If you guys ever need to get a hold of me about something or a story that I need to cover, please get a hold of me at k.copwatch@gmail.com, and we'll do my due diligence on trying to making sure we get that story out. So but yeah, so prayers going out to him and his father. So all right, we're going to continue the rest of this video because this is getting good.
Why are you in the picture? How many times I got to tell you?
Okay.
I think the thing is,
if you shop
goddamn
on Amazon,
commercials,
you should use this tool. It's a browser extension that automatically.
Shut up. No, wait.
The thing is you were sick, but then when he allowed you guys to have free time, and then you decided you weren't sick and wanted to play.
Not that I decided, but at the time when I was up feeling myself, I'm gonna come down and I'm gonna interact. Is that a problem?
Pause it for just a second.
He designed a lesson and you didn't participate in his lesson.
A lesson is not to go out there and play with students just because
this is a physical education class. That is what the lesson is.
I get that.
So I came down. The lesson.
I came down.
DJ.
And I went down. So that's the problem. The problem is our kickball game we were playing to get stuck. That's not the point. It's not about the kickball game. It's about me not feeling myself. How many times I gotta say that?
I didn't say a word to you about not playing. Did I say anything? I was like, that's fine.
You came to me after
He is consistently lying.
Yeah. I would agree. He is consistently fucking lying, and it's just like, wait a minute.
He said, "I thought you weren't feeling well. I didn't know you were sick." What?
You're right, Sweet Tea. This dude, man, he can't keep a straight story of it. Killed him. Damn, why are you switching up, bro? Ah.
That's why I asked the question.
We're doing a kickball. We're talking about the game. That's
you don't play.
Point.
When you have free time in basketball, that's when you did it. And I asked you a question. So why are you feeling better now than when you wasn't earlier? It was 10 minutes ago.
And I think that's a legitimate question.
It doesn't matter.
Here's the thing. If I was the coach, okay, so are you feeling better now? Can you participate in the class curriculum today?
Or you don't have to say anything. Zero. Just give him a zero.
Right. Just give him a zero. You're right. You're right.
You have just effed up the entire class period for some bullshit. Just write the zero in the grade book. If he wants to know why he got a zero that day, have a note ready saying you did not participate in the assigned class assignment, whatever the game was, football, kickball, I don't give a shit. Give him a zero, tell him that's why, and move the fuck on. Like,
you're right, Sweetie. You was right. You're right. You're absolutely right.
They're on the bleachers, and I'm telling you, I was feeling myself. It's the reason why I came down from off the bleachers. It don't matter about no basketball. It don't matter about no kickball. It don't got nothing to do with none of that. I said I was feeling sick. If I'm feeling sick, I'm gonna be up there on the bleachers. What is you not understanding that? When I'm feeling myself, I'm gonna come down. What is you not understanding that?
Lower your voice. Lower your voice.
I'm just excusing myself. Anything else you want to come from? If you
want
to talk to anybody, I got a lawyer. Anything, but you're not finna come to me no type of way and disrespect me.
Hold on.
Bro, get your hands off me.
Hold on.
Get your hands off me.
I said, hold on.
You got 5 seconds to get your hands off me.
What the fuck are you gonna do?
You got 5 seconds.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
You got 5 seconds. You got what you gonna do? Doing nothing.
Did you hear? And you just said that, Sweet Tea. You said it right on point. You said it verbatim. He said, "What the fuck are you going to do? Are you sick?" That's the.
He was trying to escalate it.
Dude, you're in a professional establishment at a public school, and there's other children around because they always preach that all the time. You can't cuss. You know what I'm saying? You can't cuss, and not only that, it's in your policy not to be unprofessional in your official capacity as a police officer or peace officer. Yep. Like, and you gonna say that, and you just escalated that shit, dude.
He tried to escalate it. Yep.
God.
Hey, you get your ass off of me and get out my presence like you got some sense. Be a good citizen like you is.
How about you be a good citizen, not raise your voice?
With that badge on your hook.
And causing a big scene inside the gym.
No, I ain't
because
causing
you're really pushing for disorderly conduct.
I ain't pushing nothing.
You are.
I'm pushing some, all right. Like I said, stay right. Okay.
Now he's walking away. He's no longer, well, he was never a threat. But
this is what he did with the coach. He walked away.
Right. Like he should. I mean, God. I'm confused. Who's the student and who's the damn teacher?
Who's the adult? Right.
He's walking away.
And this is the exact same thing that the coach said he did. You went,
get your stuff. Let's go.
Went and sat in the bleachers.
Right.
And minded his business.
Right.
Here we go.
Didn't bother anybody. Didn't push anybody. Didn't berate anybody. Didn't cuss anybody out. None of that.
Yeah. You are. Yes, you are.
Why is you following?
Because even Mr. Perry wants you to get you stuff because he wants you to meet him over there. So let's go.
I don't care about what Mr. Perry said. I'm in this class. I just got in this class.
Okay.
Let's go. What you say to me, dog?
Let's go.
Get the fuck out my face.
Come on, man. You finna take a ride to jail, dude. I ain't fucking with you.
Who the fuck is you talking about ride to jail? I ain't do shit to begin with.
It's called disorderly conduct.
Disorderly conduct. You ain't
and let's go. Get up off the bleachers. That's fine. You can record all you want. I've been recording the whole time.
Getting an LLC for your business doesn't have to look like
and
this.
That's that famous word. I've been recording the whole time.
You pick a state and fill it your.
That's cool.
Get up off the bleachers.
Keep recording. I hope you got everything I said in there too.
So let's go. Come with me. Stand up and come with me. Stand up and come with me. I'm telling you to stand up and come with me for causing a disorder inside the gym in front of everybody else.
You don't need to be here.
You don't need to be in here. Mr. Perry's telling you to come out. I'm telling you to come on, so you need to get up and come on. I'm giving you a lawful order to get up and come on now. All right, man. Take the backpack off. We finna go to jail. Don't resist me, dude. What is it? Don't resist me. Don't do it. I got you. Cancel, leave it out of here. Okay?
Wow.
Did you notice he grabbed him by the throat first?
Yep, he did. I know that's not protocol. I know that's not protocol. And I put a few people in handcuffs. I ain't never grabbed nobody by the damn throat ever. I agree, Leslie. Always interesting how those body cams just fall just fall off,
Hey, can we get them in the old gym? Take the bag off. Take the bag off.
You gonna put the bags back on like the camera you should have been?
Take the
Why
bag
are you
off.
still holding me, man?
Because you're not listening to a lawful order that I'm giving you. Take the bag off.
You still holding me. Why is y'all still on me at this parents? Why my parents didn't be called? Put my dad on the phone. Put my dad on the phone.
Take the bag off.
Why are you trying to get me to retain my stuff off of me? This is my property. This is me.
I'm not trying to steal it. I'm trying to get it off.
I don't care. You just
detain you in
You
handcuffs.
just threw me around.
Because you didn't listen. I told you to get up.
I didn't have no right. to be treated the way you treated me. Why are you still holding me? I've been told you to give me a second.
You keep back.
Do you not understand that when I say give me a second, that means remove yourself away from me. Remove yourself away from me.
Every time I give you a second, you don't take the bag away
from me.
I will let you go if you'll take this bag off.
Remove yourself away from me.
I will let you go if you take this bag off.
Will you remove yourself away from me?
I just told you what I would do. Take the bag off. Take it off. Take the bag off.
Come on, take the bag off, boy. Take the bag off.
Take the bag off, dude. Take it off. You're going to jail for disorderly conduct and resisting at this point. Take the bag off.
What's up, sweetheart? You good?
No, I'm not good. I literally just got thrown around by the police like I haven't done nothing. They simply called the administrators down here, which is the teacher that I'm in for physical education. Like he called the administrators down, knowing I didn't have no wrong. I was in no wrong. I simply came to him, and when he asked me a question, which why am I at the bleachers, and I told him I wasn't feeling good. I exited the bleachers when I started feeling myself, and he wanted to come in here aggressive. So he got a police officer down here pulling on my lock, slamming me into the bleachers I'm at the school, and they would not let me go.
Amazing how the only person to call the parent of all these adults was him.
Right, exactly. And I'm assuming that's his father on the phone?
It is.
Okay.
He called his parent. Nobody, not one administrative person there called his parent.
At all.
Nope.
At all. Cool. And it's crazy. Is it because he's now I'm gonna play devil's advocate. Is it because he's 18?
I don't know, but it doesn't matter. He's still a school age child, if you will. He's still a minor of the state, I guess, if he's in school, because their parents would still be involved in truancy if he doesn't show up for school. So
right, that's true.
They should have called his parents.
Right.
Nobody did. He called his own parents.
Wow, that's a damn shame. Damn shame.
Bag off.
Nothing is gonna happen.
You are fixed.
Get up here.
You are fixed to get put in handcuffs one way or another. Take the bag off. Take it off. Take the bag off.
No right to be slung.
Take the bag off.
Are you a low-income American on food stamps or Medicaid? If so, you are now eligible.
Take the bag off. You're refusing a lawful order for me to be able to put you in handcuffs. Take the bag off. Take the bag off. Take it off.
Okay, he sprayed him with a OCD.
Take the bag off. Take it off. Take the bag off.
My God.
Take the bag off. I'm going to take the bag off. We can get you decontaminated once the backpack is off. Take the bag off. Take it off. I know it sucks. If you would have just listened, this wouldn't have happened. That's all. That's all you had to do was listen. You're still going to resist. You want it some more, dude? Because that's fine. I got a whole can. Take the bag off, man. That's all you have to do is take the bag off. Take the bag off.
Why are you harassing me? I
told you to take the bag off.
Harassing me? I got you on camera.
That's fine, dude. Take the bag off. Take it off.
I can't breathe.
If you take the bag off, we'll get you decontaminated. That's all it is.
I can't breathe. I can't breathe. Okay. I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
Give me your hand, man.
This spring closing.
Give me a nurse up here.
It's closing my windpipe.
Give me a nurse up here. Roll over, man. Roll over. Roll over.
Talking to him like he's a fucking dog. Like this shit is breaking my damn heart right now. Literally.
Roll over. Roll over and sit up. Roll over and sit up.
I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
Roll over and sit up, dude. Roll over. Roll over and sit up, dude.
I can't breathe. They got in my mouth. I can't breathe. I can't tell.
Roll over and sit up. Roll over and sit up. Roll over and sit up. Dude, I'm trying to help you. Roll over and sit up. Roll over and sit up. Roll.
Let me sit up.
That's what I'm trying to get you to do. Let go of the bag, dude. You got a nurse here to help you with the spray.
Flushed, okay? So can we get you into the bathroom and get you to start flushing your eyes out? Because that's the only thing that's going to help that spray, okay?
Yeah.
I think his father's still on the phone. He's like hearing literally all of this shit.
Yeah.
Yes. He is sitting up.
I'm trying to catch him on my breath.
Oh my goodness.
Mm.
I didn't hear that the first time I watched it.
Give me your.
What'd you say, Sweet Pea?
I didn't hear this the first time I watched this. I didn't realize he was on the phone.
Wow. Yeah, I didn't see this. I seen where he was being attacked on the bleachers, but I didn't see all of this. This is wow.
Hand. Let go of the backpack.
I'm trying to.
Let go of the back for him,
I'm trying
okay?
to.
So he can help you.
I'm trying to catch him on my breath.
I got you. The more you're struggling against him, the harder it is for you to catch.
Just let go of the bag.
If you comply, this would be over a lot quicker. That's what we all want.
He's wrestling with me and I told him I can't breathe.
Just let go of the bag.
This is my stuff.
We're not taking your stuff.
It ain't about my stuff. It's not about you taking it. That's not the point. You keep wrestling with me. And
Because you're not listening. You're resisting me. So give me the stuff.
I'm
Give me
not
your
resisting
hand.
if I'm minding my own business. And I kept telling you to let go of me. And you stop fighting me.
Dude, chill out. And just give me your hand.
I'm not doing nothing. I'm literally not even defending myself. I didn't put my hands on you. I'm not doing anything. I literally.
Is he sweating?
Probably.
Ew.
Oh, goddamn. That's
What
gross.
the fuck? Ugh.
Or he's salivating like the dog he is.
I stayed calm. I kept my mouth closed at some point. It is not no right for you to slam me against the bleachers and pulling my locks. I absolutely didn't do anything.
All right, man.
And you sprayed me with mace in the middle of me talking.
No. I kept telling you to do
on the phone with my father. On top of that, I wasn't even acknowledging you at that point. You sprayed me in the face.
Well, I kept telling you to give me your hands, give me the bag, and everything else.
I had a right to call my people because I feel threatened.
Come on, let's stand up. Let's go.
You ain't making me feel safe.
Stand up and go to the bathroom so we can flush your eyes. Come on. I'll help you up.
Can you
Let's
let go of me? I can get myself up.
No, you've been spraying nothing. 1, 2, 3. Stand up.
You do not make me feel safe. I said
1, 2, 3. Stand up.
times, could you please let go of me? Remove yourself from me so I can get myself together.
That's not how this works, man. Come on. Stand up.
Oh,
come on. Stand up. 1, 2, 3. Let's go. Come on, man. Do you want to get your eyes flushed out? Let's go.
That should already happen.
Come on, man.
I said I don't feel safe.
Okay, do you want the nurse to help you up? Because she's standing right here. Would you like her to help you up?
I don't feel safe.
Do you want the nurse to help you?
I feel very cold. I can't even.
Can me and Mr. Perry help you
I can't even feel my throat.
If Officer McRae steps away, can I help you?
I can't even feel
Dude,
my
chill with the bag, man. I'm not trying to take your stuff and steal it.
I know you're not trying to take my stuff and steal it. You is not making me feel safe, and I told you
Come
to
on,
please remove yourself from me.
I'm trying to help you stand up so we can go to the bathroom.
I never fought you. I never
stand up
resisted
for us?
anything.
Okay.
Can you please remove yourself away from me?
Okay, he's let go of you. Can we help you stand up and get you to the restroom to flush your eyes out, okay?
Wow.
Look, did you know there was a government-funded education grant
Absolutely
that could
The reason it's hard to breathe is because you've inhaled some of that pepper spray, okay? That's going to ease up eventually, but we need to flush your eyes out. That's the only way it's going to get out of your eyes. Your eyes are going to continue to burn. Okay? So can we calmly get you into a restroom to flush your eyes out? Can you do that for me, okay? Officer McRae has let go of you and he has stepped away, but he is still here monitoring our situation, okay?
A restroom? I'm sure you guys have bottled fucking water there that y'all can assist him with.
There was no situation. I told them.
Okay. I just want to make sure you're okay. So in order to get your eyes flushed, we need to get you into a restroom and start splashing cool water on your eyes to flush all that irritant out.
Wow.
Okay.
No, the dad would probably come up here.
I'm sure that he will.
Can we do that, or are we just going to sit
the
here?
entirety of the story.
Yeah.
$260. Sergeant card for disorderly conduct. Also advise 201 or 200. I've got one pepper spray here at East Ridge High School. We can get him to the administrative office. Would that be good? It's advise East Ridge just to stand by. The kid has called his dad. His dad's irate, so the dad may end up coming to the school. We need to get his eyes decontaminated.
Yeah.
We need to get his eyes flushed out.
Can we walk you into the restroom?
There's one right down the stairs.
So I don't feel safe. You still got this man who's still
I have to be here at this point.
Unfortunately, I can't control that. Okay?
I didn't resist to anything. I was minding my own business. I stayed put where I was at. My mouth closed. He didn't have no
Absolutely
right
indoctrinated.
to physically touch me in any type of way. Okay, but right now we want to clean your eyes.
Yeah.
It don't matter about right now. It's about what.
I can't control that, okay? But what I can help you do is try to get your eyes flushed. But the only way we can do that is to get you in the restroom. You got a name on the back? Water on your eyes. That's the only way that's going to flush all those irritants that was in that spray out. Because otherwise, they're going to continue to burn. okay? The breathing will ease up, okay? But your eyes, it's going to take some time.
I'm in the new gym with the student who's still refusing to stand up and refusing to go get decontaminated. But the dad will probably try to enter through the front office. That's correct for now.
The young girl, yeah, just make sure she's still doing okay. I don't know if she's going to go back to class, but she kind of wonders things. So that's why I made the comment about having a pass, but she actually came with one. So, yeah, just make sure she's okay. She probably is.
The dad is Alexander Sledge. Sorry?
The dad is Alexander Sledge.
Father's name is going to be Alexander Sledge.
So do you think they're running him for warrants, his father? I do.
Say that again. You said what now?
Do you think they're running the father out for warrants?
I think so.
That's what I think.
I think so.
Because he's already put it in their heads that he's irate.
Right.
And so that when he gets there, they're already going to have their backs up and their guard up. And now if he finds out that he's got some sort of warrant on him, I couldn't hear all of this because I was in the bed and my husband was asleep, so I had the volume low. But so what I'm hearing now in my headphones is a lot more than what I heard the first time. So, but I didn't realize he was running. He was giving dispatch his name like that. So I'm willing to bet he was running him for warrants.
Yeah, just to be proactive in what they're gonna do with the father. Because I think I've seen a comment in there. They're trying to, what was it? I think some comment in there. Something about the father, trying to abuse the father before he even gets there. God who said that, but yeah, I believe so. That's what they were trying to do.
You get your eyes decontaminated, dude. Come on. You're going to have to stand up eventually. Come on, man. Of course, there's a bunch of recordings and people taking pictures and stuff that was in the gym too, as far as his kids.
He was maced because he didn't want to relinquish his book bag.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. That's correct. The kid's just sitting here. He won't stand up. And go get decontaminated.
You want them to come on back that way? One of them go to the office and ask?
Yeah, that's correct. I'm going to need help getting this kid in custody and get him decontaminated.
Watch this. I can show you how to get the biggest discounts online when you shop at major retailers like Amazon.
Gordon Ramsay wish.
Now, who was okay? So he was talking to dispatch while he was running the dad's name.
Screaming and yelling and walking away.
Yeah, I sound like because you can hear her on the other line going, "His name is what?" And she would repeat his name. So now it just sounds like dispatch.
Okay.
And at that point, he's telling me I got 5 seconds to take my hands off of him. Well, now you're making me feel like you're about to assault me.
So now he's about to be assaulted.
And that's fine.
Wow.
He walked away,
You could have voiced
and now he felt like he was going to be assaulted.
All you said was you have 5 seconds to get your hands off me.
You made me feel uncomfortable. You do not have a right to touch a citizen if they is telling you to take their hands off of them. If you're making them feel uncomfortable.
Okay.
I told you that multiple times.
So police officers do have the right to give you directives.
I have the right to give you directives in the school.
Correct. Give directives, not put your hands on. Totally different.
Right.
I'm clear.
You pepper sprayed me in my face while I'm on the phone trying to.
I gave you multiple times to take the backpack off, to put your hands behind your back. I gave you multiple chances.
You didn't give me a chance if you literally hovering me with your hands on me. You was not making me feel any comfortable with
This kid and one of the teachers down here jawing back and forth and stuff like that. He got to raising his voice, disrupting an entire gym full of people that's even playing basketball. He goes to walk away. I did this. It's like, hey, hold up this second, man. And he looks at me and says, you got 5 seconds to take your hands off me. I was like, okay. Follow him over here because at this point.
What did he?
Wait, hold on. What happened to what the fuck you
want? Thank you.
What happened to that? You didn't tell his ass that.
We are now omitting things. The narrative. We're omitting the narrative, aren't we?
Right.
Can I address something in chat?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay, big jurors. So this kid did not want to participate in, I guess, class activity. He said he didn't feel good. He went up into the bleachers, and when he said he started to feel good, he started to participate in class, and the teacher was having none of it. So he went and got the resource officer to come. For what reason, I don't know. He could have just written him a 0 for the day and called it a day. But the resource officer comes, puts his hand on the child or the student, and the student says, "Take your hands off me." Then the student walks off, goes up into the bleachers, and he gets drugged by the officer. First, the officer grabs him by the throat, slams him into the railing, and then maces him because now he wants to arrest him for disorderly conduct. So it's kind of like a boom, boom, boom. This is why it's not just the book bag. He didn't want to release his book bag. It was because he wanted to arrest the student for not for disorderly. It's just a little bit of. It's
yeah,
like,
he didn't want to put the backpack down because he was trying to arrest him, and in order to arrest him, he needed the backpack to be put down or whatever.
Right, and the narrative now he's trying to spin is, I felt threatened by you. When in all actuality, the kid or the student left and sat up in the bleachers, and he followed. So he didn't feel that threatened because he followed the student up into the bleachers to throw him around.
Yeah,
so.
the cop is a straight narcissist. Period.
And when the student told him to take his hands off of him, the cop then tried to escalate it by saying, "What the fuck are you gonna do?" But he's not telling that. He's not telling that part. He's omitting that, and it's gonna change. The story's gonna change again in a couple of minutes. So keep watching.
He's mine. He sits down on the bleacher. I tell him, "Get up, man. You know, you got to go with me. Mr. Perry, once you get up and get your stuff, you got to go with me." "No, screw you. I'm not doing that." So I go to grab his arm, and the fight begins. And while we're up here, I'm pushing him to the ground. I'm trying to get his backpack off of him. I give him a chance to take it off himself and everything else. I kept telling him, "Take your backpack off. Put your hands on your back, you know, back and forth, same thing." He wouldn't, so I sprayed him to see if he would listen to pain compliance. Still yet, he is still not complying.
Yeah,
I signed the petitions. I don't agree to any exceptions to abortion.
In Congress, Barbara Kirkmeyer will fall in line with extremist leaders for a nationwide ban on abortion. Barbara Kirkmeyer is too extreme for Colorado.
So, Giselle, I was thinking, your player dumped you.
Oh God, just kill me now.
There you go. All right.
That looks like Dad's right here at the door.
Have a seat, man. Have a seat, bud. Have a seat.
Just sit down, dude. Just sit down. You haven't been properly decontaminated yet, which is what we need to do. Okay? Is this your dad? I guess.
He is. Is he okay? Come in.
For now. Are you his dad?
Respond. No, it doesn't give him any type of suspicion to investigate the bag because he doesn't have an RAS that he is holding any type of drugs or a weapon in that particular type of bag.
Well,
so.
I don't know. I disagree. Only reason why is because he has been technically placed under arrest. And when you're under arrest and they're going to cuff you, they take your things and they have to itemize your stuff. They did, if I remember correctly, they did the same thing for you. So, yeah.
Did he say he did say that you're under arrest? Correct.
Yeah. Yes, he did. I'm arresting you for disorderly conduct. So he did have a right to take the bag.
Okay. All right. Let's see.
Here comes the irate daddy.
Oh shit.
All right. Deputy McRae, I'm there to serve here at the high school. So the situation is your son and a coach are mad at each other for whatever reason. I'm just there to be seen and try to keep the peace for whatever reason. Well, your son starts getting more agitated, raising his voice, disrupting the entire gym.
That's bullshit.
At this point, that's disorderly conduct, but I'm not really wanting to do anything with it at this point. But he goes to walk away, and one of my things that I try to do here with all the kids is try to pull them to the side after they've had a confrontation with a teacher and go, let me holler at you real quick, let me talk to you, try to squash whatever this is that you got going on. So as he walks away, I put my hand on his shoulder.
Which he did not do. He told him to lower his voice, lower your voice.
Hey, man, come here, let me talk to you for a second. He squares off with me.
But didn't the coach to lower his voice. I mean, fuck the student. It's just all about the staff.
Says you got 5 seconds to get your hands on him. I was like, really? Like at that point, now I'm feeling threatened because you're squaring up on me. Why are you doing this? As he's walking away, I was like, look, dude, come here. I need to talk to you. You're causing a huge scene. You're yelling. You're causing disruption to the entire gym. He goes sit down on the bleachers. I said, look, even Mr. Perry wants you to get your stuff. You at least got to go to in-school suspension or whatever he wants to do with you.
That's not what he said.
That's not what happened either.
Get your stuff. Come on.
Right.
Go. But he keeps yelling, causing disruption. Like, man.
This dude is a fucking liar.
He causes big scene. I'm okay. You can open there. At this point, you got to ride with me. He causes a big freaking scene. Everything else. So I grab him by his arm to go to stand him up, and he starts fighting me. So I'm using everything I can to not tumble down the bleachers.
Dude didn't fight you. What the fuck?
Yeah, I forgot to say, I put my hands around his throat, grabbed him by the hair, and drug him.
Right.
Do I grab his hair? Yeah, I do. Because I'm grabbing for whatever I can to try to get a hold of him.
He just said, did I grab his throat? Yes, I did. I had to grab. No, that's not part of your training. You don't grab right. For the fucking throat. Like that. Right. That has never been in any type of police. I used to train this shit. Like
to try and detain him and get him in handcuffs as peacefully as I can. But he's not wanting me to do that. And then I'm trying to take the backpack off of it. I tell him, hey man, take the backpack. I'm not trying to steal your stuff. It's going to go with you. But in order for me to detain you without any further incidents, I need you to take the backpack off. And I let him go. I let him try to do it himself. He doesn't want to, so I grab it again, try to help him get it off. And it's back and forth, back and forth. I keep giving him verbal commands. I'm giving you a lawful order. Take the backpack off. I got to detain you, so on and so forth. Still doesn't listen. So for my policy, if people are still not listening, even after I've already tried soft and hard hand control, my next step is to go to some form of, baton, taser, pepper spray. I don't want to tase the kid. I'm not trying to hit him all the time. So I use the most compliant force I can, which is the pepper spray, which usually helps kind of lighten that mood and then go, oh shit, that hurts. All right, fuck this, I'm done. So I didn't want to put electricity to the kid's body. He's just a kid. I didn't want to have to use this damn thing. So that's why I use a pepper spray.
But you choked the shit out of him. But okay, right. Okay.
And he's still, I'm like trying to get him to take his backpack off so I can get him cuffed up and we can take him and go get him decontaminated. And he's still not listening to me. Still resistant. Still trying to keep the backpack on. Still don't want to stand up. I'm like, dude, like what? At what point are you going to listen to me so we can get this over with? You know, and I understand he's calling you. I understand you're pissed because you're hearing everything from his side. And
Fire Poking Stick is a go-to. Fire Poking Stick is now shoes. Hey, dude.
Get a different medium sub at a special price every day of the week.
This was recorded before I even started talking to him. So if you do want to capture the or get a hold of the body cam, you're more than welcome to. I'm sure the sheriff's office will be able to supply you with that, or your lawyer, whoever, and then go from there. And I was trying to be as nice as I could be from the get go with him, but
he's sounding real nervous right now. You notice his voice kind of changed a little bit.
Well, yeah, he's very nervous. One, he knows because his father was on the phone.
Right.
And so.
Right.
He's hoping his memory is recollecting everything correctly.
Right. He's just,
he just wouldn't let me.
Anybody, witnesses?
Yeah, so the coaches witnessed it. The teachers here, not this tall black gentleman, but the Mr. Perry, Mr. Grimm, the coaches, and of course a bunch of kids there in the middle of the altercation, pulling their phone stuff out. But I mean, they're going to catch whatever they can on their phone, all the good stuff. But all the teachers and the Mr. Graham and Mr. Perry caught from beginning to end. So you want to have one of them step out? Okay. Yes, sir.
Look how irate the daddy is. He's just standing there quietly.
Would you mind stepping out?
So mad.
Hey, I'm with Harry. We've spoken on the phone before, and I know the TARS usually calls you like as soon as something happens. So it's my understanding that at the beginning of class, I guess, that there's some gym, there's usually an air lesson, usually some sort of a structured game, and then they have a free gym. The TARS had told the coach that, you know, he didn't feel good, he didn't want to participate. Coach let him sit in the bleachers. During when it became open gym, the TARS wanted to participate. The coach was like, I thought you said you were sick. Why, you know, you don't get to do the fun stuff if you can't do the other stuff too. I guess, I did not witness it. I think TARS felt that, you know, our gym coach came out, you know, aggressively. You know, coach says he didn't. He was just questioning. And, you know, he does have the right to, you know, ask, like, hey, why aren't you participating in the lessons? And TARS did call him a racist and did use profanity towards him. And that's when he called, you know, to the front office. Coach Graham and Officer McRae were the first people that came up, and then I came in after that. You know, trying to talk to them, the TARS really wanted to listen to the coach. The coach really listened to TARS at that point. You know, they're both that. So we asked TARS to come out of the gym. You know, he refused.
Hey, I'm at the school.
Also, too, during the screaming match between the coach and your son, I did tell your son because his voice was elevating really high. Hey, man, keep it down. So
you know, he refused to come out. You know, asked him again. Officer McRae gave him a directive, you know, to come with him. And Officer McRae tried to, you know, pick him up, kind of get him by the arm and pull him out. TARS resisted, and it just, you know, got increasingly more volatile from there.
At the school, at the gymnasium. Yeah. This in the back. Yeah. I'm talking to the Coach Perry.
I'm one of the assistant principals.
Assistant principal, that's who he is.
Officer.
Where the hell's the fucking principal?
Okay. No, you're fine. So he's just, you know.
The coach, where's the coach?
He was down. He may be in the classroom with the other students. We removed the other students from the gym. You know, I wish we got run out of there before stuff happened, but we, you know, know, some way this is before we move all the students out. And, you know, I hate that that happened. I hate that all this happened. That this is
I do too. I mean, I didn't want it to go this way. All I want to do is talk to him like, look, man, if you're having an issue, and I've told all the students this that I've interacted with, if you're having an issue with a teacher and you're getting pissed off, if you walk out, come find me. Let's talk. I'll help you calm down, and you know, we can talk with the teacher and see if we can come up with some kind of conflict resolution. All the kids know it. I've got on a Zoom call with all the kids in the entire school and told them that.
What?
On a Zoom call. So, I mean, they all know that if you're having an issue with something, just come and talk to me, and I'm sure we can figure out a way to solve the issue, even if it's with you and a teacher. So
Travis.
That was not how he presented himself today in this video.
He did not.
Yes.
He did not. Absolutely not.
How did that happen?
So I asked him to come out of the gym. He refused me. You know, Officer McRae asked him to come with him or to come out with us. You know, he refused. You know, Officer McRae said, I'm going to give you a lawful order. You know, told him, you know, this is what I'm doing. You know, Taurus, I'm not going with you. You know, I'm just going to sit here. You know, Officer McRae, I think, tried to kind of pick him up. And he resisted and fell over and just from there. So Officer McRae, you know, told him, like, I'm gonna put you in handcuffs. You know, at this point, you're, you know, resisting, you know, an officer of the law. He refused to take his backpack off, you know, and he kept saying, I'll take it off. Just give me a second. I think Officer McRae attempted to, and, you know, still, like, as soon as he was off, and he's like, oh, I'm going to film this. I told him, that's okay. We have cameras in here, too. It's all, we're already filming everything within the school.
The last incident that happened, it never showed up in court or anything.
What was the last incident?
Some incident with the girl.
I think I recall what you were talking about last year.
Yeah.
I have no. I wasn't there earlier last year. I have no clue what that instance about.
No, that's fine. Yeah, I mean, there's cameras and everything. I definitely would like to get a hold of it. He said I could go to the sheriff's office.
Yeah. So the body cam, whenever I dock it tonight, it'll download, and the sheriff's office will be able to get a hold of it tomorrow. So probably would be ready for you or a lawyer or whatever to be able to obtain by at least Thursday. Okay. So.
Clumsy kid, right? He resisted and fell over.
He said what now? He said
the cop said he resisted and he fell over. Like, he's so clumsy.
right. Like
he has to go with me at this point. He's going to take a ride to juvenile. But it probably just a couple hours, just enough to get him booked in, get him a bond if they do that there. I'm not real sure. And then you guys come and take him up. But I need to get him decontaminated from the spray. But he's not want to listen to me. He's not want to stand up. He's not wanting to take the backpack off. He's not wanting to do anything that I'm trying to ask him to do.
Contamination and wash his eyes out.
Yeah, wash his eyes out from the pepper spray.
All right. Can I talk to him?
Absolutely. If you think it was sitting right here. Dad, you want to talk to him first and see what you can do? If you don't mind, can I just have Dad talk to him first real quick? Thank you.
Like father, like son. They're both
right.
very calm.
Both of them calm. Calm as hell.
You got to stand up, Charles. So they can get you decontaminated.
Hi guys, today we're sharing True Connect.
Lord, I couldn't imagine
service. They are on a mission to connect the underconnected. They want to make sure.
I'm gonna tell you right now. Y'all know how I get down, Sweet Pea. I don't think I would have been that fucking calm.
No.
I would have shut that whole fucking school down. It would have been a fucking problem. It would have been a whole fucking problem. They probably would have been taking my ass to jail too. Just being honest. I'm not even going to cap. Because I'm not finna. Yeah, I feel horrible for this father too.
Yeah, I do too. And real quick, let me tell you how the kind of parent I am. I had a kid that was bullying my kid when he was in 5th or 6th grade, I think. Sure. Kid was bullying him, and my son went off. Okay. Right. He had had enough, and I get to call to the office to come pick him up, and I'm like, is this the kid that's been bothering you? He's like, yes. And I said, then nothing else needs to be said. And I said, I'll just to give you a little detail. This kid cut my son's fingertip off with his pair of scissors. And they did nothing. The teacher packed, it wasn't even, it was an admin person, put a cotton ball and a Band-Aid on it. And when he gets home, he is got the streaks of tears on his face. And I'm like, what happened? And he said, a kid cut my fingertip off. His name was Alan. This child. They're 17 and 18 now, so I don't give a shit. I'm gonna call this kid's name. Alan was his name. He cut my son's fingertip off. He had to have stitches put in his fingertip. He would, when my son was walking down the hallway, he would slap the books out of his hand, or if he had to get up and make a presentation in class, when he'd come back, Alan would have swept all of his books, pencils, papers off his desk, and my son clawed his face off because he fights like a girl. I don't know what else to tell you, but he just attacked him like a damn banshee and Wolverine and scratched his face from the top of his forehead down to his chest.
Right.
And clawed him, basically. And when I got to the school and I said, I'm like, if you look at the record, this kid had been bullying him for a while and you've done nothing. So I don't give a fuck. You can suspend them. I don't give a shit. That's just an ice cream day in a movie for us. I don't give a fuck.
Right.
And when I told the teacher that, now I was cool, I was calm, but I was very direct, and I looked the principal in the eye and said, you've done nothing. And so now, since you've done nothing, this has happened, and you want to suspend my kid, you and me, this is not over. You will no longer be principal of the school. I can guarantee your job is over.
Mm-hmm.
And sure enough, we went to the football game my daughter was playing at. He comes running down the bleachers to apologize because this kid, Alan, had to admit to his parents that he had been bullying my son and admitted it to the principal. And now the principal comes running down and says, I apologize. You're right. Alan has been suspended as well. We're so sorry. I said, I don't give a fuck. What's done is done. Your job is done. And guess who got shipped off? He was no longer principal of that school. I meant what I said.
Ooh, I know that's right. I know that's goddamn right. Well, first of all, you're gonna get another stand of applause, ma'am, because that's what parents do. That's right. That is crazy. Damn, bullying has gone to an extreme high. Cutting someone's fucking fingertip up? What the fuck? Like, yeah. What is your kid? Lord.
Well, he was trying to cut his book bag with a pair of scissors.
Okay.
He was trying to destroy my son's property, and my son put his hand in the place, and that's when his finger got snipped. And I'm talking like a chunk was taken off. He still has the indent in his fingertip, and the nail still grows weird and funky because he lost the fingertip.
Right.
Like, so now that was another student. Now we're talking about administration. We're talking about police officers, talking about teachers that are bullying the student. And he said, I don't feel safe. He was not in a safe space.
Wow.
So I do hope that this father goes after every single one of them.
Yeah, he needs to sue the entire shit. Kelly C said, "OMG, that kid must have some mental health issues. Hope the parents now." Crazy. That is absolutely crazy, Sweet Pea. And again,
they were granted they were young children, because this is how I guess this kid got help, because they became good friends in high school, which is insane. They both joined the marching band together. They both played the trombone, and they became good friends. And me, because I'm petty as hell and I don't forget.
Right.
I wasn't having it, but I had to also remember kids are kids, and sometimes good things change. And this kid did make a change for the better. He's a good student, and they became good friends. And I think they were both jazz band and the marching band together. But I'm still looking at him side eye, like I didn't forget you, you motherfucker. But
but you know what, VP, I would have to also commend you because that's the great young man that you raised. To have humility and have forgiveness in his heart, and that's what you and your husband instilled in that to that young man. So on that,
thank you.
Absolutely.
I'm
Me,
not happy about it, but
I'm petty right with your ass.
I'm not happy.
I don't give a shit. I'm burning his backpack. Something got to go. But that's just me. That's just me. I'm just.
But he did. I think he did get help because he disappeared for a year after that.
Okay.
Yeah, the kid, he was gone, and then he came back, and he was a whole new kid.
Yeah.
So.
And you know what? It goes back to the notion of hurt people hurt people.
Mm-hmm. Well, and the fact that he told his parents that he did it means that there was probably something else.
Right.
And it was enough for his parents to even take him out of the school system for a year and get him the help he needed. So I don't, because the parent called the school immediately and said, hey, you should not have suspended that.
Right. And did the young man apologize to you?
He did not apologize to me. I think he did apologize. I think they were called to the office and he did apologize to my son.
Okay.
And Donovan, sorry, my son he's very he's almost 18, but he's super kind. He's probably one of the kindest kids I know. That's
right.
He's a smarty pants. That's why I told you he graduated at 16. He's done with high school. He's sitting here putting dents in my couch right now. I need him to do something with himself. But
and you know what? I think because I think you remember. I remember you telling me that because of the video that I did with the other 16-year-old man.
Yeah, that should have been in school.
Should have been in school. So he could have been. He was like, well, yeah, my son was a senior, but
he was 16. So. He's done. He just turned 17, and he's been out of school a year. And like I said, I need him to get a job. I need him to do something.
Well, shout out to that. you tell that man. Shout out to him.
I will tell him.
Yeah, please tell him. Please tell him. All right, so we're this next part of the video. The dad, I'm assuming, is going to
talk to his son.
Yeah, talk to his son.
Where is it? You going to wash his ass?
Yeah. Is there a bathroom that we can use? Okay. I want your dad to help you walk, man. That way you can not fall down the stairs.
And I don't care how old you get. If you're a parent, that's still always going to be your baby. I don't care. I get that. I get what my mom was talking about. She said, I don't give a damn how old you is. You're still going to be my baby. And it used to annoy the shit out of me. But I get it. I get it. Would you agree, Sweet Pea?
Absolutely. My son is still my baby, which is the only reason why I haven't pushed him into a dorm room yet at some university. But,
Right.
He's still a baby. He's 16, 17, just turned 17.
16.
He's still a baby.
Right. I don't give a damn if you're 30. You're still going to be my baby.
Right.
I don't give a damn. My son, he's 12 years old. He's still my baby. You know what I'm saying?
I got a 20-year-old.
Oh, Lord. Well, there you go. And still your baby.
She's still my baby.
She's still your baby.
She texted me just now, and I'm like, oh, my baby.
Right. Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
And Black man, this is another example why it's so important that you have to be in your son's life. It's incredibly important.
Right here, sir. To your right. This first door right here. Let's see if it's unlocked. It should be. Should be a sink. I've never been in here, so I'm not sure exactly where the sink is in here.
Listen. There is a particular way we need to go about doing this so we don't do any harm to your eyes. Okay? Like I told you up there, I'm here to help you out, bro, but you gotta let me help you out.
Man, shut your ass up. I'm gonna need, that's why I would have stepped in. Look, bro, I'm gonna need you to just shut all the way the fuck up, okay?
Yeah,
shut all
you've
the way
done
up.
enough.
You've
done enough.
Have a tall glass of shut the fuck up and sit the fuck down, okay? It's absolutely delicious, okay? It's absolutely fucking delicious.
Most refreshing.
Right. It's healthy and nutritious, okay? Shit. Fuck out of here with that bullshit.
For the betterment of your health.
Right.
Let me help you out. All right, bend over. Back and bend over. Here's the sink right here. Take your hands out. You fix to get a whole lot of water. So you not rub your eyes. You hear me? Don't rub your eyes. When I tell you, don't open your eyes up. Open your eyes. Open. Close your eyes.
Oh boy.
That's fine. Fine. I appreciate that. I didn't have to get like this. Where's that at? Here in the school. I think 1054. I mean, what am I supposed to do?
Right there.
The LG days at Cons are here with the hottest prices on LG appliances and electronics in store or at cons.com.
All right, we're gonna kind of push it a little bit further. I know Big Jersey talking shit about my damn commercials. We're gonna push it a little bit further up because I think there's a Let's see.
Help me deal with that. So. Me and the dean of students was, and then right behind us was Mr. Perry. So all three of us was with him and the coach. Him and the coach, we're trying to let them talk. And
see, they're getting their story ready.
Talking over each other. They're both getting a little agitated. Well, the kid starts getting even more agitated and tensing up and everything else. So I tell the kid, like, hey, yo, lower your voice. You're making a scene inside the gym. Pretty much telling him, look, you're causing a disorder. And he doesn't stop doing that. He's trying to walk away. And at this point, I'm wanting to stop him and talk to him.
So that contradicts your story. He walks away.
Correct.
How are you causing disorder walking away?
Exactly.
I thought we were supposed to. I thought we teach our kids to walk away.
Mm-hmm.
If conflict gets too intense, if let that be the first option, and then if I mean by any means necessary, if somebody keeps fucking with you, defend yourself. But if you have an opportunity to walk away, walk away. And this young man displayed a great deal of emotional intelligence. He was more mature than the damn adults in the room. The adults were the only one who escalated this shit. And that's the crazy thing.
To get him to calm down before putting him in handcuffs. Correct. The entire gym. And so I stopped him to try and get him to calm down before this disorder keeps going, and so I could talk to him before handcuffs went on. And whenever I just tried to stop him, he squares up with me and says, "You got 5 seconds to get your fucking hand off me." And I was like, all right, so at that point, my mind was made up. He was going with me because
does it again. And I don't think. Wait, he said you have 5 seconds to get your hands off me. He didn't. I don't believe he said fucking hands.
That's not fucking. He did not say fucking. He says you got 5 seconds to take your. First, he just said take your hands off me. Then he says you got 5 seconds to take your hands off me.
Right.
And that's when he's like, "What the fuck are you gonna do?" The only person who said fuck was him.
And then this is how intelligent this young man is. He also stated he has a lawyer, and he's going to contact his lawyer. So the young man, I think, in a way, knows his rights. That you're not supposed to just automatically just go hands on me. School resource officer or not, you're not supposed to put your hands on me at all.
Right.
You've already caused a disorder, and now you're squaring up on me, saying I got 5 seconds to get my hand off you, and all I'm trying to do is prevent you from.
Now he said, see how he switched that, Sweet Pea? He didn't say fucking this time.
Yeah.
Didn't say fucking this time. That's
it's just that's that imagination again.
And then I'm falling up the bleachers. I go to put him in cuffs after I told him to stand up several times. Gave him a lawful order. Said that over the body cam. Gave him a lawful order to stand up. Didn't want to listen. I grab him to stand him up, and the fight starts. And I'm grabbing him, trying to throw him down. End up grabbing his dreads, jerking him down in the bleachers. And then the rest of what I told you is, backpack, not want to take it off. Given 3 different chances to take it off, still wouldn't take it off. So instead of going hands on with him again, I spray him, which is the next step in use of force. So, and then
he laughed when he said use of force. That's funny.
Yep.
Use of force.
Sat down and wouldn't listen. And when Dad finally got here, because Dad was pissed off, screaming over the phone. I explained to Dad when he got here what was going on. Dad calmed down and then helped me get his kid calmed down enough.
Wait, the dad's calmed down? He was what? He already came in the situation calm. What the fuck are you talking? This is what words matter, people.
Well, the truth matters. The thing about the truth is it will always back you up when it's told. The only reason to lie is if you know you've done wrong or you need to make somebody look worse than what you've done.
I agree.
And so this family, this kid and his son have suddenly become the aggressors in with his behavior. I just don't understand.
Crazy.
To go in here and get him decontaminated. So literally just like no, the game's fine. It was just a one quick burst, just it wasn't like a full can or nothing.
He forgot to say, I did promise him I would use the entire can.
My sergeant's here now too. Mullins. Okay. My sergeant's Mullins. I thought he was outside. I guess he's back.
I was just out front talking to him, I was like, all right, his radio started to go off. I was like, all right, I gotta go. I was like, all right, see you, man. I went and got
that's the
a thing of
detective.
ice for the car. And this is on the side, so I don't know what Officer McRae's or Deputy McRae's side of the story or the teacher's side of the story is. So I can't comment on any of today's events. Okay, I'm just trying to help the young brother out, get him squared away, and he was refusing to let me help him out. Okay. Once you got here, he decided he wants to stand up and get him in here. I got to take it. You know,
it's my fault. So I was uncomfortable in the situation before it got farther with him putting his hands on me.
Well, and that's
fault. That's acknowledge me saying that's
fine.
Me uncomfortable.
That's fine.
I took it further.
But I was trying to come in here and help you out. Okay.
Yeah, I'm talking about that. I was already in a situation I felt unsafe. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Let's step back outside. So it's important.
There's an echo in here. It's probably hard for your dad to hear on the phone when we're talking.
Yeah.
So let's step out here.
Okay, we're coming up.
My name is Fuller, and I'm a designer in the music industry. I've created artwork for Childish Gambino, Nirvana, Outkast, Cardi B, Wu-Tang Clan, and many.
He is with his other class right now. So we'll make sure that at this point, with everything happening, like I told you, you gotta take a ride with me. Okay. So at this point, man, I need.
You want me to take with you? I'm gonna take with me.
You want to give him your phone or anything?
Go ahead and give me
the chain. Yeah, for sure, because I don't want them to lose that down there.
Chain, your bracelet.
26. What's the?
You got anything else in your pockets?
All right. At this point, I need you to put your hands behind your back, man.
Thank you for coming down. I see you come out, man.
He should be able to call you from down there as well and let you know whenever they're ready for him to leave. Like I said, I'm more familiar with, taking adults to jail and them getting a bond and all that stuff as far as juveniles.
Once he gets paperwork done, they're gonna take them in there. They're gonna process them. Probably within a couple, 2 or 3 hours, they'll call you up. Hey, you come pick them up. Okay, and then to the car.
After my car? Yeah. As long as it'll help keep you calm, yeah, I'm good with that.
I've been calm from the jump.
All right, man.
You putting your hands on me don't make me feel safer than what I felt.
I get it. So turn around. I got to put your hands behind your back and cuff you up, okay? Put your hands together like you're praying, man. Like that right there, okay? It's going to be a little bit more comfortable.
I had my mouth closed. I told them what they had. I spoke when I needed to spoke. I stayed minding my business like I was just smaller people here. Okay.
I didn't know I was coming in. This mom or your sister?
They in this room where they done all that stuff for a reason. I didn't go nowhere else because situation I had, they had everybody else move out the gym for a reason so they don't see what's going on.
I'm only holding on to you that way you don't fall. Because you can't catch yourself with your hands behind your back.
I mean, do they have to walk through the school? Like, they could have just took him out of the back. Or hopefully other students are not.
Go down the steps and go to the right.
Making me damn sound.
Looks like some of the this way. Okay. Go to the left when you get out there. Just be careful going down the steps. Put this way. I gotta start my car. There's not air that usually goes back there, but I'll roll the window down. We're gonna get on the passenger side right here. Go ahead and have a seat, okay?
Yeah, going down Jody. Down there,
Up Holly Street. Holly Street. Holly. Yeah, right off East 3rd Street.
Go down 3rd Street.
Lean back just a little bit for me, okay? Do the best you can. I gotta bulk you up so much things today. I'm gonna get this car on and get the window down. Hey, y'all mind sitting with him real quick? I gotta get my computer out of my office up there.
I think we're gonna end it there. But yeah, this was. I mean, what is your thoughts, Sweet Pea, on this?
I stand by that. All of this was unnecessary, and it started with the coach,
Mm-hmm.
the teacher. He didn't want to participate. Fine, give him a 0, and move on with your life. None of this had to happen, but they're already putting a stigma on this kid. They are giving him a record, whether it's or not, it's going to be dismissed or not. They're always going to know that this is the kid that acted up in gym class. So, I believe the kid when he said that he walked away because he did it. He showed us how he walked away with the police officer when things got escalated. So the interaction between the teacher is the one thing that we didn't get to see. The teacher, I believe, embellished, just like the cop did, the situations between the two. Because he says, I walked up to him and took the ball from him. And hey, I thought you were sick. I didn't know you were sick. So we're lying again. It's just constant lying. So.
Right. And seemed like the only person that was telling the truth was the kid, was the child, and consistently. And then, just the patience and that he had. Eventually you are gonna get irritated. Like, why the fuck do y'all keep on attacking me? Like, I'm not a lot. Like, why are y'all? What is the need for all this? Like, and the young man is very articulate. Very articulate. He's not no stupid kid at all. And all this for, me not wanting to. If you look at the whole spectrum of the whole entire thing, if I was chief police, I'd drop the charges immediately.
Yeah.
I would try, what the if I seen the whole entire video and I'm like, really? What? This is not even a give him a 0. If anything, if I was the chief of police, I would put a complaint on the damn coach.
I would do something. But I think the only thing so far that's been done is he's on an investigation, and we know how that usually turns out. They investigate themselves, find that they've done nothing wrong, and then I think he has been removed of his position as a resource officer. I don't think he's allowed to do that right now.
Right.
But I think he's still a cop, and I think he's still patrolling. I think, if I remember reading correctly.
Yeah, and I believe disorderly conduct is a ticketable offense as well, as far as the officer using his discretion. This is, if anything, this is incredibly low level.
Well, I'm like, disorderly conduct should not include when somebody actually walks away from the situation. All he did was go sit down. You followed him up there. You created the disorder.
Right, exactly. Exactly. I mean, he left. He left. Like he didn't, and went to go sit down, grab his backpack. Didn't bother anybody. Okay, that's fine. All right, he's not wanting to participate legally. I cannot make him. I can't force him to participate. Get a hold. I would have told get a hold of his parents. Give him a said, and let his parents deal with them at this particular point because.
And right, exactly, and it stems from the teacher who just couldn't handle, because he stated what really pissed him off is how when I was trying to tell you what to do and you walked away and you shut down and stopped talking, you weren't having any of it. Right. He didn't like that. That was because it basically made him look stupid in front of the rest of his students, and he can't have that.
Right. And technically, I didn't witness, because here's the thing. I didn't witness him saying, because didn't the coach said he threatened him or something like that? He said,
yeah, he did. He said that he threatened him.
Okay, yeah, I can't just go off a third party.
Well, because the cop also said the same thing, right? From take your hands off me to you better take your fucking hands off.
Hands off of me, right? Exactly. And the thing is, I would have took the statement anyway. I would have been like, okay, just write me a statement. We'll investigate it further, but I can't merely, I wasn't there. I have to use RAS. That's why we have the RAS, regimen. Reasonable suspicion of crime.
He said he was there. He saw it. He saw it. So I've been asking, investigate. That's your job, right? Investigate the actions. What was said? But there's
and he didn't even give him an opportunity. Did you stay? If that was the case, right? Yeah. Okay, because now I would have been like, okay, so it could possibly be a criminal matter. So did you? And he's 18. He's 18. He doesn't need parent consent. But he could have been like, I don't answer question. That's cool too. But I would have been like, hey, it was brought to my attention by Coach such and such that you you said that you would kick his fucking ass or something like that, to that effect. Is that true? Right. Is that what happened? If he, because I would have got both statements. I would have had his statement and I would have had the coach's statement, and I would have determined from there with further investigation. Because because the assistant, the black guy, I don't know who he was. I know he was probably some type of administration, but he didn't say that he threatened him. No other administration said that the young man threatened him. It was just the coach. Mm-hmm. So it's really his word against his. But I got to be. Right. It's not about what it's what I can prove. If I don't have a reasonable doubt to prove that in a court proceeding, because this is all the evidence that I have to give to the DA to build up a case, then I cannot. There's nothing that I can do. It's your word against his. Correct. So I would have handled it as okay. I would have took both reports down or whatever. For right now, I would have been like, okay, you need to get the assistant. I think you as the assistant principal need to handle this. Since you are here now, contact the parents, give him a 0 for the day, and he's right now, he's calm. He's not bothering anybody. Let's de-escalate the situation. I'm sure the period's about to end. Let's not cause a scene, because we don't want, because at the end of the day, other children were affected by this from the officers' escalation of this.
Well, we'll just say for the entire week that this happened, because they staged a walkout.
Say that again.
The students staged a walkout on this kid's arrest.
They did. You're right.
Yes,
they did. Mm-hmm.
So it goes further than just at the end of this day. It interrupted class. It interrupted class for the entire week, right? Because they all walked out of class.
And I heard this officer was taken off assignment at the school, but is back on regular patrol, which is crazy to me. Wow. Just fucking outrageous. This absolutely.
Let me ask you this.
Mhm.
Have you ever excuse me, have you ever challenged authority or your teachers in school? I know I have.
Challenge authority. Oh, in when I was
High school.
working in high school.
Uh-huh.
Trying to think.
Really? You're just gonna make me okay. I'll be the bad guy.
Probably
so,
not.
Yes.
Probably not, because I don't know. Because I was, my parents instilled in me like, hey, if an adult says something, that you do it. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. No, ma'am. No, sir.
I'm gonna be honest. My mother is off the
I'm
chain.
very passive as a kid. I was very passive.
I was to a degree. I really was to a degree. But if I knew what a teacher was telling me was stupid or wrong, or I was just being a stupid adolescent, I would challenge a teacher's authority to a degree by just kind of like this kid, that passive, where I'm not talking to you. But I can tell you this much: they didn't have to call the cops. What happened was, unbeknownst to me, they were in the office. They made phone calls to my mother, and when I got home from school, I faced the wrath of my parent. The teachers didn't have to do anything. The office didn't have to discipline me. They didn't have to call a resource officer to arrest me. No, when I got home, I walked in there like everything was hunky-dory, only to find my mother sitting there holding her belt, slapping her hand like, why I got a call from the school today.
I'm you know what? I'm with you, because in that period of time, because I'm 37. So I fear my parents more than the damn police, like, because maybe because the police were so romanticized. But what I'm saying is that my parents didn't play that shit.
Exactly.
Period.
So when I thought I got away with it, and I walked in the door, and my mother was staring at me with that face on her face, I knew I was in trouble.
Woo.
Somehow
you're talking about
the
that
word
cold chill that comes down to your spinal cord.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. We here.
Yes.
We here.
Yes. I thought I got away with some shit at school, but when they made the necessary phone calls. They could have done this, but they didn't even implement that.
Right.
There are so many other routes they could have taken. That private phone call to the parent to say, just want to let you know something that happened with your son today.
Right.
But really, at the end of the day, he didn't want to do the assignment, but he wanted to play basketball. So what?
Right.
Give him a 0 and just say, hey, I just want to let you know your kid made a 0 in class today because he didn't want to participate in class. And you might want to have a talk to him, if you can, about how it's important to follow the rules of the assignments that are given to him.
You know what? I will take one thing back. When you asked me about the challenge. Okay, so there was one point in history class, and he started off the history class. It was a white guy, and he had started off. I don't know what started him off this way, but it was in high school, and he stated Martin Luther King was a hoe.
Oh.
I'm like, what? Like, what the fuck? Like, yeah, he had multiple affairs. He was just not the greatest husband in the world. I'm like, what the? It really upset me, because I'm like, what the fuck does this have to do with the curriculum? And I thought he was lying. I'm like, no, not the fucking great and honorable Martin Luther King. He loved this
Martin
fucking
Luther the King.
I mean, but he was telling the truth, though. He was telling the truth. And then
it's irrelevant to the lesson. You're right.
Right. But I remember I got so upset, and I told my dad, and I was mad. I was like, Dad, he talked about Martin Luther King. He was cheating on his wife, and what's that have to do with anything? And then my dad looked at me, well, he's telling the truth. My dad was like, yeah, he ain't lying. I said, what? He thought
I mean, yeah, but it's I could see getting mad about that because it's irrelevant to the work that he was doing.
And not only that, the person who said that didn't look like me. So
well, and it was
even
because,
more highly offensive. It was
right,
just
because
like
you
discrediting him.
knew exactly. You knew in the back of your mind that he was trying to discredit the work that he did.
Exactly.
Because it's
And
left around.
I understand that you told the truth, and I appreciate that, but you didn't
It's
even
irrelevant.
you just totally just came out the gate and said Martin Luther King is a hoe. That's exactly what came out of his mouth. He said Martin Luther King was a hoe. I'm like, what? He had multiple affairs and blah, blah, blah. And I think he was trying to, I think the lesson was humanizing leadership. That they make mistakes too, but he didn't execute it the right way.
Right.
Because it pissed me off. And I'm just like, okay.
It sounds like he was trying to be relatable and just kind of fell flat on his face with it.
Right. Right. I think he was trying to, I guess be down or whatever. I don't know. But because I think the teacher was around like 30 or something like that. And I mean, he was incredibly intelligent, but just that will never ever leave my mind. But just to see my dad's expression when I mentioned it to him, he was just so fucking calm, like, and I was kind of upset. I was like, "You're not mad?" Like he said, he told the truth. He was a hoe.
He had hoish ways.
Yeah, absolutely. He said, but look, here's the thing. It doesn't take away from his work. Doesn't take away that,
which was the point of the
stand
lesson,
on his
sounds like.
Right. We stand on his shoulders, it doesn't take away that he's human just like anybody else. And not only that, that's a marital problem.
Right. That's a spousal issue, and she's gonna whip his ass. That's
and Coretta Scott King knew. And what in the latest movie that they did about him, I think Coretta Scott challenged him and said, I think she was, something about, she was hearing these rumors about his affair and all that. And I guess she's like, I think she asked him, do you love her or do you love them or something like that? And he was like, no. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And so Coretta knew. She was just don't don't bring no other kids.
Most spouses know. Let's just be real.
Don't bring no other damn kids around.
Right.
Yeah. She was well aware of what happened, and she loved her husband very much. Because I think, and this is why I feel. This is why I do the relationship show, because me and Lovebug had a back and forth, and she didn't like this. And I was telling her, well, the thing is, we should get married not just solely off of love. We have to get married for the duty. It's a responsibility to be a husband. It's a responsibility to be a wife. So when it's more than just, you can't just, the relationship won't survive just off love. That's fairy tales and Disney and all that shit. Hallmark.
A lot of work.
A
lot of work.
Yeah, that. I mean, that's nice. I mean, that would be ideal, but no, you got to put in the work. You got to put in the work. So
yeah, I've been married for 21 years.
How many years?
21.
Hey now, all right, black love, all right, I love it. I love it. Yes, ma'am.
And it's work.
I'm trying to be on your level. You're a couple goals for real. You're a couple goals. And you got to. I think you'd be missing my relationship shows, Sweet Pea.
Because I'm in North Carolina. There's a 3-hour difference, so sometimes when you are on in the evenings, I'm usually getting ready for bed or.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So I do watch them sometimes on the back end when I'm working, but yeah, I can't. I don't always get to participate because sometimes your shows are in the evening for me.
We gotta have you on the show. We definitely gotta have you on the show. We gotta have you on the panel. because I think we would. I think we would be able to learn a lot from you and your husband. You know what I'm saying? 29 years. That's just that you just don't say that.
Not 29.
Oh, 21 years. Okay.
Yeah.
21 years is no walk in the park, especially in these modern times. So
it's true.
I mean, everybody getting fucking divorced. It seems like, everybody want to be hot girl summer and, whatever. But yeah, I think, if you can drop some jewels on us with that I think that'll help, because I definitely want to see more people together for sure, in the right way.
I see an unindoctrinated is a 21 year or two, so deuces.
Oh, okay. Well, shout out to Undoctrinated. I'm trying to be on y'all level, man. I'm trying. We, hopefully I get there one day. I only made it to 4, so but we co-parent really good though. We co-parent.
That's good. Yeah, my mother, she's a 3 to 4 year. All of our stepdaddies, I should say.
Okay.
I've had 3, and they always last 3 years.
Okay, there we go. I mean, y'all survived the challenging times, and the thing is, I think the key word should be consistency. So, in my opinion, so keyword should be consistency. So before we wrap this up, because I definitely got to do cop watching today. I'm gonna try to get some. MLH is back in town, everybody. If y'all want to know, he is back in town. With his shenanigans. He left me with all this shit to do by my damn self last week, because I was quite busy, Sweet Pea. Quite damn busy. So my partner in crime is back in the town. So he's back safely. He's resting well, and hopefully we'll go out today and get some cop watching done. So
I
stay
hope so.
tuned for that. Yeah, we trying to knock some of that stuff done. I don't know. Did you see the municipal video that I had did with security? Me and security got into it.
Probably. I watched a lot of your videos. So what was this recently? Just recent?
This was very recent. I think it was my last live video. Not streaming, but live.
Because I just before you went live, or before I noticed you were live, I was watching the last video that was on your channel, where I guess it was a city councilman or something.
City council.
Is that the same video?
This was at city council.
Okay.
No, this was not at city council. I'm sorry. This was at the city hall. But it was during the chief. It was a meet and greet for 2 of the chief candidates.
I was in the middle of watching it before I realized you were live. So I was like, well, let me go and.
Tennessee said it was fire. I didn't even realize, because the young lady that was speaking in there, that was my sister, and she was just like, she told me, she said there were multiple police surrounding me. I had no idea. I was so tunnel vision. I should have probably backed up the camera a little bit, because sometimes, when I get in my zone, sometimes I just, she was just like, she was like, you was about to give me a heart attack. All these damn police that were surrounding you.
Oh, well, I cannot wait to finish it then.
Yeah, and so you did see that one then, right?
Yeah, I was watching it, and then I saw that you were live. So
okay. And
I was like 10 minutes in, I think.
Yeah, the guy Jason, that is the deputy city manager. And I sent him August 19th. I had sent him when the chief of police threatened me. He didn't respond.
Oh.
Kelly, see, I guess there was more. There was some behind me. There was some up the step. I mean, they, from what she told me, there was multiple. I just didn't pay attention because I wasn't being removed anywhere. I was gonna get my ass whooped that night. Fuck that. Y'all have to whoop my ass to violate my rights. I'm sorry. That's just what it is. I'm really about that life. And but what cracked me up was when he said, "Well, I'm a real security guard."
Top flight security, Craig, of the world.
Right, of the whole world, Craig. And I'm like, well, is there a fake security guard? I'm confused because I didn't get the memo. Because last time I checked, if you were a real security guard, that's when I said you observe and you report. You observe and you report. That is your job. Legally. So, and I've seen multiple lawsuits where security officers did not intervene in certain situations because they observed and they reported, and they won those lawsuits. So, no, sir, your job is observe and report. That is it. But I think, you know what? I think we should go pay him a visit today. What do you think, Sweet Pea? I think
agree.
You agree?
Yes, and I gave you my phone number so you can text me when you're headed that way, so I can be.
I will absolutely do this because I don't have to be to work until like I think 5. It's 12:02 here. So we're gonna end this live, and I think I'm gonna have Sweet Pea on this show a lot more. Because she was quite educational and entertaining, and I love her stories. And shout out to your husband.
Who puts up with me?
Huh?
He puts up with me.
Can you hear me?
No, he's at work.
Oh, he's at work. Okay, all right. Well, shout out to him, and shout out to your beautiful family. And definitely, but you cannot leave without saying your final thoughts before we end the show, man. What is your final thoughts on the whole entire situation from the beginning to end, as far as dealing with the Mr. Sheriff Jody Greene all the way to the unlawful arrest of that young man in the gym? So
I stand by what I said. Jody Greene has basically put out an invitation for somebody to come in and look at his prior cases, and it could overturn some of the hard work that he and his other officers might have put in from that station. So good job. You're now in trouble with that. And then this other guy, I cannot wait to hear the follow-up, because not everybody's going to see it the way that we all see it, which is basically a cop escalated a situation that did not need to be escalated and then assaulted a student. So, yes, the student should have given up his book bag because he was placed under arrest, but did he need to be under arrest in the first place is where I hope comes out in the end, that he shouldn't have been arrested to begin with.
Right, and thank you for that quick correction on me, because you're right. Once you are not even detained but arrested, you have to be arrested. They are allowed. Everything is in their possession, where they are allowed to put your stuff in evidence or just hold your stuff. So, or even go through it possibly. So I stand corrected on that. But yeah, so I think that my final thought is for the sheriff situation. He is a huge liability. He needs to be removed immediately by the governor of North Carolina. And North Carolina, let me be very clear, does not have the best track record of not being racist. I've heard multiple stories of, I got some people down in North Carolina, and then some other people that is a racist ass fucking state. And I'm not saying everybody in North Carolina, but I would say when it comes to minority and majority, I would say majority definitely wins that category. And so he needs to
I
be.
live here and I had no idea. So
and that's crazy. You didn't even know. Like that's but that's how they do. You know, they hide shit and they just, you know. But that's what they did with Elijah McClain. And I want to be clear. The only reason why Elijah McClain's story became nationwide was because of George Floyd. I want to be very fucking clear because George Floyd died a year after Elijah McClain. When
it was, I think it was just because there was a series. Because don't forget Ahmaud Arbery.
You said what now?
George Floyd. I said I think it was a chain of events that were happening because it started with George Floyd and then Ahmaud Arbery.
Because remember, they also forgot about Breonna Taylor, or they weren't. It wasn't as publicized. Breonna Taylor was not as publicized, and then again, I think George Floyd,
Tatiana Ali, or not Ali,
Tatiana,
but Jefferson. I think is her last name. Tatiana Jefferson.
Yep. And because it was something. Well, I think what was different about George Floyd's death was because you actually seeing somebody die a slow death. And not only that, you seen a grown man cry out for his mother. Then he also stated
and it was
that
somebody
they were going
telling them. Yeah, you saw him struggle, and you saw Chauvin resituate himself to add more weight to it without a care in the world, and then you saw his fellow police officers stand by and try and not try to stop. And I think that's why Colorado now has that law where cops have to intervene if they see a fellow officer.
Right.
Doing
and
wrong
Florida has that law now too.
Who does?
Florida. They have that where the officer has to intervene. Because remember, I did a story on a female officer who stopped a male officer, sergeant, from.
He grabbed her by the throat. Was that there?
Correct. Or he was about to do some serious shit to that person, and she grabbed his belt and pulled him back. He wasn't even on administrative duty. He was on desk duty until the investigation over. But I believe he was fired, if I'm not mistaken. And so
I think so.
You remember what I'm talking about?
Of course.
Yeah, that was just that was
because he was wailing on the guy that was in handcuffs in his car.
Right.
He was already in the car, But
yeah, like what are you doing? Like he's already. What are you doing? There's nothing else. He can't fight you. Like he's in the car. But I mean, it's just that ego, and people gotta watch that ego, man. That ego will get you and sneak up on you and have you doing some shit that you ain't supposed to be doing. I'm telling you, fight it. Whatever you gotta do, and that's why, I feel that when me and police go head to head, I am there. I always use this analogy when it comes to boxing. I'm what is them people called? Not spotters, but what are they called? Before they get ready for a boxing match.
Trainer? I don't know. I don't do boxing.
Not trainer. Damn it. I don't know why I'm drawing a blank because I say it all the time. Well, they're a constituent as far as helping them train as far as they're doing a live action boxing match to help them get ready. And I'm that person when it comes to their ego. Their championship match is against their ego. And the thing is, are you going to Sparring. There you go. Thank you. Sparring partner. There you go. Thank you. Joko KS Cop Watch. Appreciate you. Yeah, sparring partner. I am their sparring partner when it comes to their ego. And if they lose, is because they caved in and they got knocked out by their ego, and they let their ego run amok and win that whole situation, to where now they possibly have a lawsuit against their hand. They possibly have gonna have criminal charges, and not only that, economically they're gonna lose their job. So now, you know, which means possibly they're gonna lose their family, and it's just a whole domino effect. So when you have an ego, officers, you probably shouldn't be doing that job. Don't do a job if you do not do police work if you have an ego. You need to do police work if you're humble and you rely on your training. And that whole fear tactic, rely on your training. That will get you through. The correct training, constitutional training. Rely on that shit. You know, you need to be immersed into in law libraries. You need to be studying the law on a regular basis.
Don't you ever find that ironic? Don't you find it ironic that if you as a citizen knows the law and you try to tell a police officer who should know the law what the law is or the correct law is, they always ask you if you're a lawyer or something.
They always ask that. Are you a lawyer? Why does it matter?
And then, right. And then if the absence of knowledge of breaking a law, not knowing that something was in law, does not absolve me of charges, right? So my having no knowledge of the law does not get me off. Knowing the law gets accusations, though. What are you, some sort of lawyer? And then for them, though, they don't have to know the law because they have qualified immunity. It's just ironic.
Exactly. Luckily in Colorado, they do not.
You're so lucky.
And hopefully that will be a domino effect where it will roll over to other states, and hopefully it'll be a federal law. That's why we need to get this George Floyd act passed immensely and expeditiously, so we can stop seeing black and brown bodies being killed, and tortured. So, but yeah, so I guess I'm gonna get out of here. I guess.
Let me know if you go off tonight.
You know I got you, sweet tea. You know I got you, sweet pea. You know I got you. You know I got you. I'm gonna hit you up. Hey, we about to. Hey, I'm just letting you know. You might want to get your computers ready. Might want to get your phone ready. Things about to go down. So what I will be doing. So we're gonna go down to City Hall. We're gonna try to get information from that officer, and then we're gonna try to get a hold of corporate. I did leave them a message on their Facebook. They have not responded yet. At least I didn't get anything back. But I actually heard of this company, and I heard this company's piece of shit anyway, because one of my buddies worked for that company, and they don't pay their employees on time for some reason. So accountability starts from the top, I thought. But we gonna try to let's see. Kelly C said community page, you got this. So you can okay, so what was it? So if you want to know, the actual security company is called Denver Metro Protective Services. Y'all thought I was going to say audits. Denver Metro Protective Services. They do have a Facebook. I don't know if they have an Instagram. I haven't checked it, but they do have, and I believe they have their own website as well. So why don't y'all go ahead and give them a kind word or two, and yeah, the link, y'all know how to get the link off my video, and y'all can go ahead and show them the video, because that's what I did in their messages. So we have video, and not only that, I was reading the comments yesterday off that video. I was cracking the hell up on the live stream. Yes, I agree. That man does need to brush his teeth, and I think he did have a booger up his nose. Disgusting. Unprofessional. Wipe your nose, sir. Get a Q-tip. It only takes a couple of minutes, a couple of seconds actually, and get that. I mean, didn't your mama teach you anything? Jesus Lord, they was going in. They was roasting. They was just like, oh my God, his teeth. Like, it's so disgusting. You know, brush your teeth. Brush your teeth. You know. And nobody stuck a camera in your face, sir. You came to my camera.
I don't know why they always say that.
Yeah, they always say he stuck a camera in my face, and you're going to watch your language. Oh, really?
That's when you look at your lips. Try to look at your lips and go, "Fuck you."
Yeah, and mind you, this security company just got this contract. I think they only been there for maybe a month. So
wow.
I might have to talk to Jason and thinking about getting another contract, because So me and Jason, we okay for right now. He realized his wrongs after I exposed his ass. You seen how he was trying to dodge from the camera, like, oh shit. When I asked him about the threat about the chief of police, he dodged that shit hella quick. He was out. He was sticking and moving. But yeah, so that's what we're gonna go ahead and do today. I'm gonna go ahead and call MLH, see where the hell he at, and but yeah, so I appreciate you being on the show, Sweet Peas. I thank you. I always thank you so much, man. You be having me cracking up in the comment section, and you be on it with the investigation skills, man. And I appreciate you wholeheartedly, and thank you.
Happy to be here. Thank you so much for having me. I'm gonna hop down then and let you do your outro.
All right.
Later, taters.
See ya. All right, y'all. So this is going to be the end of the show because we got some cop watching to do. So I gotta charge my phone. I thought I had my phone on the damn charger already, but that's all right. We're gonna get that charged up. We're gonna get it right. We're gonna get it right, and we're gonna get it tight. So, and I appreciate you guys for being here. You guys see the description at the bottom. If you love what we do here, I'm talking about everybody in this community. Please don't hesitate to donate to the Cash App. $DJ Kdot 123, and that is again $DJ Kdot 123. I appreciate you guys for being here, and I will see you again, once again, on the Kdot experience. I love each and every one of you guys in the chat. Thank you for always being supportive of me. I cannot do this shit without you guys. Let me repeat this. I cannot do this shit without you guys, and you guys are awesome and you're wonderful. Spread the love. If you're new here, subscribe. I'm telling you, we have a ball over here, okay? I don't just do cop watching. I also do relationship. I have a relationship show. It's in the description as far as subscribing to that as well. So we have a plethora of things that's going to be going on in this particular channel. I won't have the relationship show this Sunday, by the way, and because I got a DJ, because I actually DJ. So I love you guys. It's your boy DJ Kdot the Party. Please subscribe, like, and share. And I'm out. 1.